someone's got sweaty hands, and his name is Chris Trott. Welcome to High Rollers, episode 55, everybody.
I'm sharing.
It's time. He said it just before we went, before we started.
It was weird.
Sure.
And that was the last thing I heard before I had to do my intro. Hello, everyone.
The rest of his bit just went straight out his head when he heard
It was
sweaty.
all I could think of was Chris Trott's sweaty palms.
Yeah, real sweet.
Hi, everybody. It is I, your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. Joining me this week, we have...
Look at his
We got
sweaty hand.
Rhiannon. We got old sweat hands, Chris Trott. We got Kim.
Yeah, really sweaty. I'm sorry. Thanks for drawing attention to it.
On the other
Wash
side,
your hands before we start.
we have Tom
Hey, what
and Katie. We got the whole crew, whole full house.
Crew.
Full house.
It's a whole lot of fun. I've lost hair off my face. Rhiannon has magically grown hair.
I don't know how this happened.
How has this happened in a week?
Crazy. Freshly dyed.
Freshly dyed. It is, it's the magic of cinema.
That's
That's the CGI budget.
Absolute cinema.
Stop showing your nice dry palms.
No, mine are sweaty as well.
Right.
What's happening?
If I put mine are so dry, if I put them next to yours, I'll suck the moisture.
I think I'm pregnant.
What an announcement.
With that, no real announcements this week, unless Chris Trots wants to once again plug Mena's Fate. Why not?
Right.
Yeah, go on.
I guess.
Again.
Yes.
Here we go again.
Getting slaughtered today. Mena's Fate is a LARP that's happening extremely soon. And it's early April. Ticket prices will be going up for late fees, so you may want to get a ticket now if you're interested. I've heard there's some other high rollers maybe going.
Fate.
Is there?
That's not the official theme tune. But yeah, if you'd like to come along, it's a brand new festival LARP. These don't happen that often, so it's a great time to get started. If you've ever thought about doing it, head to menisfate.com. Thank you.
Men's
That's not the official thing.
Fate.
There's no official theme.
I think it should be, though.
You can pitch it.
Gary can do the, Sephiroth style, Men's Fate.
That's copyright.
That's great though.
Men's fate.
Men's Fate. Bum, 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 bum. Right, anyway, with that, we don't have any other announcements.
Men here's fate. It's the leader of the bunch.
It's one of those episodes where quite a few of us have not had a lot of sleep, and so it's going to be one of those episodes, everybody.
And I'm still drawing runes.
Yep, still going crazy. We got old crazy rune brain. We got gross hair, sweaty palms, and rune brain.
Come over
would.
to the runes. You can't see it. Oh, can you see it?
She's fixing them because she got them wrong last.
And they're also now all over the page.
Right, with that, that is going to be all the announcements. So let's play the intro, and we'll get on with today's episode of High Rollers. Last time on High Rollers, Altheya, the Dragon Empire.
That's it.
Yeah, I really had to think there.
That's what we're doing.
He'll get it. He'll get it.
He'll get there one day.
Where am I?
The party are searching for a proto-magi vault in the Rustwale Woods. Having learnt of local legends, they went in search of a beast called the Gallowak and a missing squire of the realm. This folk beast turned out to be real, and a fierce and intense battle was fought as the Gallowak's infectious madness threatened to overwhelm some of the party. With the beast slain and a curious prism of crystal ripped from its body, the heroes rescued Squire Pasquale, who was alive but magically cursed with the madness of the Galawak. A brief dispute between Xantheus and the party about if they should return to Colville or press on to find the vault ended as the party made camp in the woods to rest. But as Xantheus remained awake on watch, a glowing light orb appeared in the air before rushing into his body to take I have got such
bussy.
I did not say bussy. I said like bossy. I have got such a my tongue is tripping over
That
words.
does dramatically change how I roleplay this.
Shut up.
Can you demonstrate how?
God, I have such like a lazy mouth.
Yeah.
That's why they say, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can understand why the crystalline structure was so excited now.
Oh man, God, it just really takes the mood out of it, doesn't it? Really. Oh, yeah. Let's roll Crucible of Fate to take out my. Yep. That's how you deal with things sometimes, Chris Trott. I learned from the best. You just steamroll
Don't worry,
through.
the internet
It's on
never
your side today,
forgets.
Mark. Don't worry.
Am I rolling fate?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Your coloured
You're a
light is
player.
rolling fate.
Yeah. Well, my
Sweet.
coloured light is working against me.
Well, why don't we start with you, Tom?
I roll a 2.
Oh, dice for me.
So did I got
Oh,
you.
another dice for me.
Daddy's got you 6.
Nice.
6 dice for
Don't
you.
really like that at all.
One.
One dice for me.
Oh, one as well.
Carry this fucking team.
Hey,
think so.
last time it was me.
Hey! Daddy's got you.
Okay, good.
And he's going to regret that in 3, 2.
I'm not. No, I'm not going to regret it. So, we find ourselves in the dead of night, pitch black, as you are under a thick canopy of an ancient woodland. Only maybe the faintest embers of a campfire still remaining. Percival has awoken Sister Ophelia. Seren would have awoken Gruffith. As Xantheus, you feel your body moving and acting of its own power. Like you have no control. This particular effect, you are conscious of everything that is happening. You cannot speak. You cannot do anything.
I can't even drop like a...
Nope. You are just completely locked in. Your body stands up and has walked off into the woods. And probably the time it took Seren and Percival to wake Ophelia and Gruffith, I'm going to say you're a good sort of
Mile.
60, 90 feet out into the
God.
woodland, right?
Question.
Yes.
How long has it been since the Galawak fight?
It would have been probably the remainder of your travel from there. You started making your way through the woods. I would have given you 8 hours of travel for the day, so it's been 9 to 10 hours, I'd say. So yeah, unfortunately your psychic connection is already down. Also, I am going to allow you to take a short rest.
Okay.
As your long rest was not completed, but I will allow you
But
to...
we need it.
Well, I mean, who need is such a strong word in this endeavor.
So it's rolling.
Rolling your hit dice. Yep. Remember, you only get half your hit dice back on a long rest, so.
That'll do. 12.
Okay. Oh, not bad.
So, as a reminder, those of you, things I know you guys all have quite easy access to light source and things like that, but not a lot of dark vision in Altheya. It's a homebrew thing that I've changed. Only a couple of people have true dark vision. Ophelia is actually one
I
of
have
the
one.
few.
Since
you have
the
a light
update, I
source.
have-
You have dark
I have
vision.
dark vision, yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Do the new Dragonborn do?
That's fine.
Do I have it?
I will say that because we're playing straight 2024 rules, yes.
Okay.
But I might come back and change that because I do think too many races get true dark vision.
That's what I was wondering.
That's
I think-
one of my issues with D&D official D&D rules is way too many races just have plain old dark vision. I used to change that by giving you low light vision. I'd forgotten that we'd updated that. But yes, just as a reminder that like this is like pitch black light. You know, there's no light source here. Altheya and Gruff, like Percival and Saren, would be able to point you in the direction and be like, he went that way like 30 seconds ago. Like they can point you in that direction. But yeah, that is where we find ourselves right now.
Daisy's snoring. She's out.
Yeah, Daisy and Rowan are passed out. Yeah.
Well, the last thing that happened, we ended the episode with Gruff literally shouting, Xantheus! So I don't know if that would wake anyone.
Probably would.
I will say, yeah, like someone bellowing something extremely loudly. Like, are we talking like you're really screaming and yelling this? And
He's pissed.
Well, I shouted at the end of the last episode when we ended, so yeah. Draw some attention to me.
Sure. Yeah, this echo, like, you know, the shouting cry of Xantheus just echoes through the dark woodland. Maybe you hear something scampering away in the underbrush, but Daisy and Rowan, you're sort of jolted from sleep as this happens.
Yeah, I think Altheya will jolt up. Xantheus is gone! Everybody, I'm gonna go after him. Percy, follow me. And Altheya's gonna go after him before he wanders off too far.
Why is it always Xantheus?
He is moving. He's not running. So he is moving at a very determined sort of hiking pace. So with your faster movement, Altheya, like you'll easily catch up to him. So we'll say you'll catch him at sort of 120 feet away from the camp. So you quickly overtake him. Like you're running, you get there in like a few seconds.
Daisy tries to get up, but she's tangled up in a blanket and then just falls over.
Wrapped up in your sleeping
I'm a
bag.
burrito, so I just trip on the blanket and fall over again.
So Daisy,
Delayed.
Rowan, Gruff, and all of that, you guys are still in camp. But Altheya, you and what do you do? Like he's just walking.
Can I try and just grab him? Like, if I rage, can I try and just stop him from moving?
You can try and grapple him. So this would be grapple rules.
Grapple rules!
Which I need to remind myself sometimes of because they've changed it.
Grapple rules.
I believe it is now. I make
a
a saving throw, but I get to choose, right? I believe.
So it's you make a melee attack that involves using your body to deal one of the following effects: damage, grapple, shove. The target must succeed on strength or dex. It chooses which saving throw, which is DC 8 plus prof bonus and strength, or it has the grappled condition.
Okay. What is your strength bonus?
Strength bonus is +1.
Okay, so this would be, and your proficiency is 3, so we're looking at DC 12. Okay. What is your dex and strength, Xantheus?
My dex is +1 and strength +1, or is this save?
It'd be, it's a saving throw.
Oh yeah, +1's on both.
+1's on both. Then it doesn't matter, I'll just roll. In fact, actually, no, we'll have Tom roll.
I roll.
Yeah, but I will spend a fate to add a D6.
I was going to do the same.
Oh, okay, great. I'll burn the fate then.
Not Xantheus doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that's
the
right.
ghost
Yeah,
talk.
yeah,
It's Casper.
Yeah.
Casper would have done.
Well, it's because it's an enemy creature, so...
Holy fucking Christ! What'd you get?
Oh, no, it's a saving throw, so it's DC 12.
Oh, I got an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
God.
So you reach to grab him, but Xantheus just pulls through. But it's not fighting you back. There is just this, as you try and grip him, he just forces himself free and just keeps walking in this direction, heading directly east.
Is it like straight line?
Yeah, straight line, but we'll go around.
Into a tree.
We'll just we'll go around obstacles.
Oh, he will.
And it's pushing Altheya off, but is silent. It's just completely silent.
Is he using any spells or anything?
No,
So you couldn't Misty Step.
don't know. He's not currently.
Well,
I
Gonna
want
make
it
it
to
hard
be like
for
in
us.
the D&D movie when he just
He's
goes
just
straight
like
over the
this.
rock.
No.
Yeah.
Straight
There
line.
is a very clear navigation, but will avoid obstacles and things like that. Shoves Altheya off.
If it does start burning my spell slots, I'm going to be pissed.
They're going, what the
I
hell?
think at this point, Rowan would have found his light helmet and put it on, lit it, and is willing to head out. It will help you untangle from blanket.
I will light up my dagger as well for some light as well.
Okay.
And so
That's
we're
light.
a bit behind now, I imagine.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So Altheya, you're the only one. Like he carries on. Keeps going.
Once I'm untangled, I can probably catch up pretty quick because I could dash.
Yeah, you'll be able to get there a lot quicker than the others.
So
yeah, for sure.
I guess I will Thanks, Rowan. Sorry. Burrito. Blanket. It was everywhere.
Oh, burrito.
And then I will
Just start running.
start running.
Okay. So yeah, you'll dash, so you'll get there 60 feet a turn. So 60. Because also, yeah, it's like 30 feet gaining as long as he's not stopped. So it'll take you a couple of rounds to get there.
That's
but
okay.
yeah.
But I will utilize my dash.
You'll get there first. But yeah, like, he's just going, Ophelia. Like, Gruff, what's Gruff doing?
Would I
You
not
have had a
go
bit of time.
90 feet? I'm using my movement, my action, and my dash.
Because you can only you can't dash twice, I don't believe. You can, like, move, dash as a bonus action, but I don't think you can dash again. You might be able to.
What is this, a DS?
Bullshit.
A double dash?
Oh yeah, maybe you would be able to actually, because
I'm a
it's
rouge.
technically it is the dash action, and the rogue
Yeah,
ability
it's an
lets you
action.
take the dash action as a bonus action. So there's nothing to stop you from dashing again. So yeah, I guess you would go 90
My
feet.
double dash.
Yeah, it's still going to take you
That's okay.
it's going to take you about 2 rounds so to get there, because also he's like gaining some distance as you go, but he's like walking, so he's not like running or fleeing, so even in time with you guys like dashing afterwards, you're all going to catch up to him.
Are people picking up our stuff? Like rations?
Didn't sound like it.
Like, yeah. Well,
Sounds like Ophelia and Daisy are just run.
I haven't had my turn yet.
No, that's why I was asking you what do you want to do.
So yeah, I think I would grab like food rations and things like that.
Take you a bit of time.
And Squire Pascal as well.
I'm just going because I'm quicker.
Pascal is just muttering, just like the light, the light, the light, lights. Sort of shaking, almost rocking back and forth, like tracing the symbol on his arm over and over. It's actually kind of slightly scratched into his skin.
How big is he?
He's a medium-sized man. He's a human man, and he's quite thin because he's not eaten and things like that. He's quite dehydrated. He's you could carry him. He's going to be very slow if he has to.
I can
walk
stay
behind
here
you.
if you want to use Saren to find Xantheus. I'll stay with Pascal.
But if you don't stop him, we'll be left behind. Here, try, stay with me a moment. I'm gonna try something. Get Pascal on my back in a moment.
And as as Gruff says that, his voice starts changing. And I'm gonna wild shape. I've got like a warhorse, but I don't know if a warhorse would be in this world. Like, would it be more like a drake?
Horses are just rare.
But I'm
They're
like,
just-
would it be a riding drake though? Would it be more common for him to have seen a
Yeah, you could. It's the same stats,
Same stats,
effectively,
but-
but it's just a drake instead of it's like a bipedal drake instead
Yeah.
of a horse.
I
Yeah,
am furry.
No.
the drakes are scaly.
are
Yeah,
Yeah, but like gruffed up.
they'd have Gruff's
Would
colorings,
the
I
octopus
guess.
have been furry?
I picked
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's where your sick little brain's going. Okay.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
Not
you.
the sickest thing we've said so far.
The swimming in the water, like. Anyway, as he says to Rowan, yeah, like grab the squire, blah blah blah, and his voice starts changing, and he turns into this.
Because you can speak now, I believe, in wild shape form. So that's a new change
okay.
they made. You can't cast spells, but you can speak.
Okay.
Great change.
Yes, it's very useful.
So yeah, the voice lowers even further. Maybe
got a bit
becomes
of a
quite gravelly.
raspy.
Yeah, a bit raspy. And I turn into this huge war drake.
Oh my god.
Maybe like Sir Griald's riding
Absolutely,
drake.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mottled black and white
Oh,
scales.
so Sigriel could ride you.
Yes.
Interesting.
Sir Griald could ride Gruff.
Yeah.
Um,
Canonical.
and yeah,
Put him on my back.
Okay.
amazing.
This is new.
Grab the rations.
And then I ride.
You can't. So the only thing I'm going to say is you can't go at full speed because Pascal is not a right.
yeah,
like, he's
he's
not
not
holding
holding
on. Like you're almost like having to like stop.
Time to run.
Like he's like sat on your back, but there's no saddle. There's nothing he's strapped into. So it's you can go
Grab it with my
faster than
mouth,
Gruff.
maybe, like-
Not really. You just, can a horse grab a
Just
rider?
eat him, like,
No. But like I'd say that like maybe Rowan could like literally like lash like a bit of rope or something around him very quickly.
Maybe an extra round to
He's
do that
gone.
or something.
Yeah. What?
It's just the we ride and then epic music and then he just immediately falls.
It's like So it's like game like Happy Wheels or whatever. He just goes flying. But yeah, unfortunately, because like he cannot do anything by himself. So but
it's 60-foot speed. So
I'd say that you're probably going to go faster than what you would if you were walking. But yeah, but also you can now carry Pascal a lot easier.
Nice.
So Rowan is kind of left behind, gathering up what you can. Ophelia, as you are like trying to grab onto Xantheus, a little slithering red shape from his arm like slithers out and begins flying around as Trouble or Borrow is like now, ooh, what's going on? Like starts like nipping at you, like, oh, get off of him.
I'm trying to help him, you freaky little thing.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Take 1 piercing damage
Oh my
as he
God.
bites you.
Can I activate my whispers to Xantheus,
Yeah.
Ophelia?
So you, after a few seconds, sort of like you're running ahead. Well, Gruff and Rowan are behind you, so I'm going to say that they're not going to be here for a little bit.
But I could still.
You could wait if you want to wait for Gruff to catch up. You could then use it on him. Yeah. 'Cause you have to see them, I think, and you've rushed ahead.
How far away am I from?
Like you're basically with Ophelia at this point. Like I'm going to say, like after a few rounds, like Xantheus has probably travelled about 200 feet from the camp. Ophelia's chasing after him. Like
I will cast it before Gruff gets there. Then.
Okay. Whilst you roll that, what is Xantheus thinking at the moment?
Well, I'm wondering, does out of interest for this thing, is it just you can telepathically communicate with just anyone, or is there like a
have to
resistance
see
for
you.
anyone? But can you, can the party, or would the party resist it if they could?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just that.
I don't think it's a saving throw. I think
there's nothing.
Damn, okay.
I think does it say it has to be a willing creature? Have a read through. But yeah, like what? So Xantheus, right now, like you're aware that Ophelia is like Xantheus, like tugging and like trying to grab you. I'll do another grapple check in a minute. But like you can feel it. Like Trouble is like now biting Ophelia, like kind of get away from him.
I mean,
No, it just says
Just a
choose
creature.
3 creatures you can see.
okay.
For a
I
number
guess
of
that
hours, the
person could
chosen
just not
creatures can
communicate.
speak telepathically
ignore
with
you.
you,
Yeah.
and you can speak telepathically with them
I mean,
within 1 mile.
at risk of influencing or metagaming, I suppose, for other people, for Xantheus, I'm like, we're getting to the vault.
Okay, he's like, hey, great, a free ride.
I mean, obviously I'm terrified.
I'm being taken where I
Like,
need to go.
Ideally, we'd have found it literally any other way. However, I am kind of seeing the opportunity here.
Okay, nice.
Oh no, it's out of my hands.
Yeah, well, like,
I can't do anything.
I'm used to being an unwilling participant in some horrible corruption of some form.
Yeah.
Why not another one?
Why not another one?
Might as well make lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna.
It's very strange, like just feeling your body moving with having zero control. That's the only thing. It's a very alien, very sort of helpless feeling.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a very uncomfortable, like, when I'm seeing a step being taken and I'm trying to react to it, but the other thing is not doing exactly what I'm doing. It's all very, I suppose it would just be, like, sickening and just odd. So there is that, but...
When, Daisy, you get in range and you try and form this connection, you feel that the Nim's power works, like Nim sort of stretches out Nim's essence to try and connect them as they've done many times before. And Ophelia, you suddenly hear Daisy's voice in your head. But with Xantheus, it is like Nim would tell you, this is odd, little one. It is like there is a wall. I cannot reach his mind. Something is surrounding his mind, and I cannot press through. It is blocking my attempts to reach him. And Nim would probably say, this thing feels... I have never encountered any feeling like this before. We have connected with many minds, but this... I've never sensed anything like this. It is...
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, unfortunately, for now, your telekinetic your telepathic connection does not lock onto Xantheus. Something is blocking it.
Is there any visible change as well?
To Xantheus? No.
Okay, so it's not like rainbow eyes or.
No, I think that Ophelia, the only thing you would notice maybe is that there is a very, very faint red glow just suffused through Xantheus's body.
Oh, I am holding the orb as well, but I don't imagine that is doing anything strange. Yeah.
It's just being held.
Can I see if Ophelia and I both try and like grab him together? Like if we can
Sure.
sync up.
Yeah, I was going to say if I could use my whip to try and, because my whip has a slow feature on it anyway. So I was just going to wonder if I could just try and wrap his legs up in it.
Yeah, I mean, like the slow. I think that, like, because the idea is unless you're attacking him, right? Like you're kind of like.
I think there's a
wrapping his legs,
D4 of damage, so I could.
I mean, if you want to attack him, you can attack him.
I was
Like,
gonna
I'm not going to
can
stop
I
you guys
go down by
attacking
10
him.
feet.
I can trip him up potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not difficult at this point. Get him! Like you can slow him. I mean, even say like like if you want to make an attack roll, you absolutely can. But like you are grabbing his arm and temporarily stopping him, but he's just he fought you off and then carried on.
Yeah.
Like even if you trip him or like unless you physically restrain him and stop him moving, he just gets up and carries on.
But that was the idea, is if I could trip him and then Ophelia could like try and tie him up.
Yeah, if you got like some rope and you want to try and tie him up, you can try.
And yeah.
Do you have rope?
I've got my whip.
Whip ain't no rope.
Whip ain't no rope.
I mean, I'd say that you can maybe like try and bind his legs with it, but it wouldn't be the same thing as like actually like hog tying him or something like that.
I have rope.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to try, so whatever abilities you guys have, like if you want to trip him, and then it would be, I guess, sleight of hand from Ophelia to try and tie the ropes.
Yeah, cool.
And then I'll give him an escape chance.
This is while I'm mid stride as well.
Yeah. Well, let's see if the trick works first.
Yeah.
Sound like a duel.
Does a 20 hit?
Does a 20 hit? I'm afraid it does.
Can you make a dex saving throw?
Dexterity save. Would this thing be fating, perchance?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, absolutely would, because it wants to get where it needs to go. So
That is a 17.
He does not trip.
So yeah, you go to trip him, Daisy. You go to like strike at his legs, maybe like using some knowledge from Nim. But yeah, Xantheus just natural reflexes, and also maybe something more, like almost like a third entity is almost helping him. Just manages to whoop and kind of pulls it at a weird angle, like he almost senses it coming before it hits, and he just whoop, and he just carries on.
Can Ophelia speak in her mind to Gruff and...
You can't speak to Gruff.
can't
because
speak
It's
to
not
him.
connected yet.
Okay.
Only me.
Gruff
Okay.
is not here.
He's too far away.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
they'll be here soon,
Blocked
but
your
yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Can I just
tone.
can I take the rope and just run around him really quickly?
You can try,
He's
but
walking. Can I try and use speed against it to try and
Yeah.
and then use Ophelia's
Okay.
strength?
I'm going to start jump roping.
Basically, trying to use my strength of
what
being
I would
a bit more nimble.
say, you roll dexterity, so d20 plus dexterity.
Okay.
And then Xantheus rolls d20 plus dexterity. See whose like speed pays off.
My favourite.
A-wing in the battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
You're like an AT-AT.
Yeah.
Shit. I got a 19.
Oh, that's nice. 20.
So yeah, so Daisy, you kind of like being smaller, being nimble, being able to like see in the dark now with Nim's help, you weave yourself amongst through these trees, and it's enough where the Xantheus's body like tries to step over the first one, but as it does and as it pushes forward, you're already like doubling back and sort of whipping it around his legs, and then that causes him to stumble. You quickly then run in and like get his arms like bound together,
And I'll think-
you do fashion a basically like a simple tie up of him basically.
I'll probably coordinate in my head to Ophelia, so it's not out loud, so he can't hear me. I'll coordinate with you, like, my steps, so that you can then get in and, like, try and...
Yeah, I'd say between the
secure.
two of you, like, you have got him secured and tied up now. But
Easy, well done.
he's gonna consistently try to like wiggle out and
Yeah.
like he's like, rubbing at the ropes and things like that.
We're going to do that now?
I'll in fact, you've got a +1 to Dex, right?
Yeah.
Do you have anything extra to acrobatics?
Acrobatics, no.
Okay.
+1.
All right. Good to know. I will make these rolls because otherwise I don't want you to sit there just rolling every time. But yeah, like
I'm not fucking talking.
No, well, it's true. But it's like, just constantly trying to like wiggle and sort of like press themselves out of the ropes and.
What do we do? Do we knock him out? He's gonna keep doing it. He's squirming.
I don't know.
At this point, I'll say, like, because you have him tied up, this has been like several seconds of him now, like, trying to get out. Gruff, you arrive. So what would arrive to these two, though, is an enormous grey, black, blue drake comes bursting in with Pascal sort of hanging on or like loosely there.
Oh, no, wait. I think it's Gruff. Okay.
Pascal, okay.
Good work. And then can
He's
I
a
just
squirmer. He's
can I just
squirming.
put a big, I guess like a claw on
Yeah, I'll do disadvantage.
on Xantheus just to try and press him down?
I don't know how to snap him out of it. I don't know.
Instead of that disadvantage, I'll use the inspiration.
Oh, thanks.
You're being such a shit.
Do you need like any stats or anything? Like
No, I gave it disadvantage because of your basic, like you're kind of imposing disadvantage on him for it. But the inspiration just got spent, so I rolled without the disadvantage. Yeah.
Just let him go at this point. Just let him have it.
It's so
On his own.
strange. He just doesn't stop moving. He just keeps going.
I can't connect to it in my brain. It won't go through.
we need to wait for Rowan.
Yes. Yeah, sorry for dashing off. I just didn't know where he was going. I didn't want him to get into danger. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Is he still squirming?
When you look down at him, he has moved up, like he's actually, like you've got a hook on him, but he's found some sort of rock and it's like, his hands come free, he rolls out, I rolled a nat 20 on his escape, and he rolls out and gets up and but now starts running. Like, knows that they're being actively pursued, so starts like, but it's like the most light, casual, there's no fear, there's no like, get away from me, just this like,
Can I whip him?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Should we take him out
I
instead?
guess you would have opportunity attacks if you.
Yeah, you all get an opportunity attack. I'll say that this counts as a feeler's opportunity attack.
17.
Does that hit?
It hits.
Yeah.
Unless I shielded, but I don't think.
You cannot. No, there's no spellcasting because this is not you choosing. To do this.
Yeah.
So you take 7 damage, and your speed is slowed by 10 feet.
Okay, so you manage to like whoosh, whip him. You grab his legs. You yank him back for a
Slow
second.
down! Wait for us!
Gruff or Daisy, would you guys like to make any opportunity attacks as he tries to get away?
I guess this is a thing of like. Okay, I'm gonna.
Tom's so sad.
I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this.
I'm gonna drop my whispers with Justophilia, and I'm gonna do it with these 3.
Okay, yeah, Rowan. I'll say like Rowan arrives sort of like as this.
As long
is
as I
happening,
see
right?
him in the. I've got dark vision. I
You can like
completely
look
see him
behind
coming.
you and see him coming.
Do we can't take Pascal into the vault. Do we have to take him down? We're not ready for this.
Rowan's enormous.
Okay, cool. I expect.
I increased my speed by 10 feet, so
Yeah,
like, how
great.
did I get there?
Clattering like Samwise Gamgee with all the pots and pans, like.
I was scooped everything up.
Yeah.
We're not ready for a vault with Pascal. What do we do?
We have to take him. Am I still a lizard in my brain? Yeah.
No, in your brain
no,
you
I
would
get
be.
you.
You'd just be normal.
You.
We have to take him. We can't leave him behind, and Xantheus is probably going towards the vault right now. It is what it is. We have to do it.
You want to go to the vault now?
If you guys are having a conversation, it's not going to be an opportunity attack. Like, this is like a full-on like back and forth, like.
In which case,
Can I just grab him?
yeah.
So like you're coming up behind him, like you can try and make another grapple attempt on him, yeah, for sure. What's your strength?
There's an advantage on that strength.
Well, this is a saving throw he makes though.
Very well.
This is one of the problems with the new grapple rules. It kind of sucks.
It's +1, so 13.
30. Well, so yeah, your DC
Would he get
would
disadvantage because Ruin's gigantic?
be. I will say yes. I will give him disadvantage for that. DC would be 8 plus your proficiency, which is 3. +1 is DC 12. So with +1, I will spend the fate. But he fails.
I just pick him up and his legs are still moving.
Yeah, so like, well, you've grappled him, like, so you've got him kind of like held, sort of like in two hands, like you're kind of holding him. But again, he's like definitely trying to.
Oh, he's wriggly.
Trying to break free as often as he can, basically.
Where's he going? I'm like looking.
I'm sort of giving him like a roll every minute to like escape, basically.
Where are you going?
Is it like a chicken where you can like spin around and his head?
Yeah, and his head's like the same direction.
Yeah, literally that. Yeah, like if you move him, his whole body like twists and turns to face a direction.
Can we use him as a compass, knock him out, and then go when we're ready?
I think I'm gonna injure him if I keep stopping him like this. He keeps trying to get out despite his body.
I didn't. That was I dropped it. I didn't roll it. I just dropped the dice.
So unless we can get this possession out of him, we have to follow him.
Well, how do we get it out?
No.
Just shake him real hard.
Can I investigate him whilst I've got him held? See if there's anything rattling around in his body, which looks like there's something that.
So you're physically investigating like his body to see if he has like a wound.
I didn't see.
Yeah, make a medicine check for me.
Is this real weird red light as well? I don't know what that
glowing.
means. Yeah,
It's a very faint, like almost like the most faintest shimmer around his skin of red.
I'm gonna fate.
Okay,
We're stacked.
you were fully stacked.
16.
16. You find no physical mark or injury on Xantheus. There is no harm except maybe the whiplash across his ankles now. There is no physical mark of where this thing has gone in. You don't see like, there's not like a leech or any physical manifestation on his body remaining of this thing. You would determine that like, there is just absolutely no control. Like he's completely expressionless. He does not speak. He's just like looking in a direction and just doing everything in his power to get out of your grip.
You do, however, find a fresh new tattoo. It just says Diva on his arm.
Just let him go.
Trouble does try and bite you.
I crush his head.
It's for the best.
Yeah.
Trouble tries to bite you, but just like bites into like the leather cord of your arm brace. It's like.
All right, I'll put him down. As long as he doesn't run, but he's gonna run.
He's
isn't
gonna
he?
run.
He's gonna run. Don't put him down.
Is there a way we can? I don't know, like keep him restrained, like let him move forward, but at a pace we can control.
Put a leash on him.
Have we got a leash?
No.
Tie a rope around his waist or something, just so he can keep moving, but we can control how far he goes.
I mean, you've got like some of the rope that was left. Like I'd say, like you got like 30 foot of rope still.
I'm going to use my power of creation to make a Xantheus-style, perfectly formed cage, which encompasses his entire upper half, but not his lower half.
Okay.
So like a kid leash.
And it's got a big, like, metal band on the back, like a loop, and a rope attached to it.
This is pretty fucking demeaning.
So you've created basically a kiddie harness.
It's like a mold shell around his upper half with a loop and a rope.
Does I think the thing is with your item of creation, you can't create it around a creature. I think you have to like make it separate, because otherwise you could be like, I create a perfect iron block around that dragon. It's dead now.
Have I done this already? This rest?
You did use item of creation for something.
You made an armchair.
You did.
Yeah.
You used it before you took the long rest.
I can do animating performance, so I can animate an object,
Okay.
so I can make a rope a little bit more animated.
That's really useful.
He is desperately trying to get out, but he hasn't broken free yet.
out
Rowan,
of
you have him
ideas.
grapple, but also your hands are taken up by the grapple. Like you can't,
Are we going into a vault? Does everyone feel okay with that right now?
I do
Not
not
at
feel
all.
okay with it.
No.
Not at all. Percy's on
don't.
1 HP. He's probably going to fall.
What choice do we
We don't
have?
have a choice. We're going regardless. Xantheus is guiding us there.
Does Percival receive healing?
I don't know.
I regenerate. My body will regenerate thanks to the heart when I rest, but I do not know if
Yeah,
I
we
can
haven't
be
had a chance to
healed.
rest.
I normally positive energy of that nature is does not mix well with undead. But
No.
He might.
We're just gonna have to roll with this. Because I don't want to injure Xantheus anymore.
I mean, if you guys want to make checks, like to try and figure out what's going on with him, like you can.
I've done my
I don't think
check.
anybody has.
Can I
but-
do like
Well,
an
can I
arcana
try
check?
and use what Nim has said? And if I correlate that with the stories of the lights possessing people and them going missing, is there anything that I can work out with Nim to say, if someone's possessed, how do you unpossess them, please?
So I'd say that for Ophelia, I will actually make this a religion check because it would relate to the House of Shadows and
shit.
ghosts and specters and things like that. Like possession is a thing that you know of. For Daisy, I would say do it as a Arcana check, unfortunately, because like this is just basing it on like stories and magical knowledge that maybe Nim has and things like that.
Would I make a check as my warhorse, wardrake form, or as?
Well, I think that you keep your mental stats as
You do,
well.
you keep
So,
your
yeah,
mental stats.
You just have the
Speak,
physical
yeah.
stats, yeah.
I only got 5, so.
A 5 on the Arcana. Like Nim is like, I'm sorry, little one. I have very little knowledge of this sort of power. I know that it is not of the planes. Whatever this power is, it is beyond me.
We had Ophelia got possessed by the ghost in the inn.
Yes, I did. Yes.
That's true.
What would we have?
She managed to like. There was some sort of like. Ophelia remembers like you would remember the incident you had in Tyria's almost memories where you had to sort of break free of it.
Yes.
The rest of you were like fighting Ophelia, and it seemed that as she physically got weaker, Ophelia seemed to regain control. What did you get on your religion, Ophelia?
A 10.
A 10. I would say that's enough. Because you already have the connection to the House of Shadows. I'm not going to tell you everything, but you would have been taught that the House of Shadows have ghosts and specters that are used as spies and assassins, and that one of their powers is to possess creatures. You don't know if this is possession. It doesn't look like a ghost. It looked like, Percival described it as like a bright-coloured orb. But if it works the same, then generally either the spirit has to let go of the body, or if the body is basically rendered incapable, so like knocked out or put to sleep, then normally the spirit would abandon the body because it's useless. That would be the most basic function. So if you were to knock Xantheus out, it might force the thing out of his body.
Well, we have few
And
options.
you can do non-lethal damage, don't forget as well. Like, if you, depending on the weapon and stuff that you use, like if it's as long as it's not like I chop him with my
Stab him
axe.
to sleep.
Can't really do non-lethal damage with an axe or with fire. But like, if you knock him out with something,
Yeah.
and you just has to be like the last hit, basically, as long as the last hit's non-lethal.
Well, based
So we
on
can
my
chop him up
experience-
until the last hit.
Yeah. You can like cut him to ribbons and then just punch him. And then he's like, I'm too weak.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
That's doable.
Hide my HP so you can't
Oh, don't worry.
game that.
Well, based on my experience with possession and what I learn about the House of Shadows, it doesn't. I'm not 100% sure if this works the same way as, say, a human-based or a life form-based possession, as opposed to, as what Percy would have described, maybe a object-based possession. But if Xantheus were to say be weakened, the host might leave and move on to someone who is currently more stable.
Can we tell
As
them
Ophelia
that-
is explaining this, Rowan, you sort of lose your focus for a moment as you're listening to Ophelia, and in that split second, he's wriggled out.
it like
a 19 on my
holding a bar of
escape
soap?
He's just like
Squirts out.
he basically like waits for you, like you just relax your grip ever so slightly listening to Ophelia, and that's enough. He just shoves your hands, drops to the ground, and then starts runs off.
Oh, he's off.
Oh, he's gone again.
I will chase after
Yeah, I
him
mean,
as
you guys
Drake.
can keep pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're like, he can't physically run away from you at this point. It's like, what are you going to do to stop him?
I'm reluctant
Or
to.
are you going to stop him? Are you just going to leave him to it?
Can we just tell the possession thingy that we're gonna go to the vault, but just we need a little nap first, please? I'm so tired.
I don't think the object cares. I think it wants Xantheus or somebody at the vault as soon as possible.
Get him to take us to the vault, and then we knock him out.
Okay.
The rest of the entrance.
Yeah.
Good plan.
All right.
Okay.
We just
All
gotta
right.
keep up with him.
Okay.
We can keep up,
Someone
we're
secure
fast.
this squire on my back a little bit. He's
I'll
falling.
carry him.
Oh yeah, you're giant now.
I'm
You can
huge.
carry him.
Yeah, how long does that last? Like an hour?
think it was an hour.
Yeah, it was an hour.
No, he didn't eat it. He's not that big. Also, I don't want Vaughn shit being associated with this campaign. Yeah, I was going to say, keep it like you travel for
10 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say you travel for a lot longer than like an hour or 10 minutes. Like Xantheus keeps walking till the sun starts rising.
Walking or running?
Walking. Okay. Like as soon as your body almost becomes aware that it's no longer being like stopped, it resorts to a more relaxed pace.
Okay.
You, without rest, continue on. You guys have not had a long rest yet. He travels all the way into the next day. Goes on till noon.
Oh my god.
You cross a river. Like he physically gets in the river and starts swimming across.
Can we vaguely track like where it is in relation to Colville and stuff? Like
East of Colville. Like he goes beyond east. Like you are traveling like away from.
Can we hydrate and feed him?
You'd have to stop him.
Nah, leave him.
Catch up and
Let
some
him
water in his
waste
mouth.
away.
Doesn't drink.
Doesn't drink.
He won't, because he's not got any control over it. And I don't think the host cares about him other than getting him there.
He does successfully manage to cross this river, but like it's like just in no abandon, just starts wading through.
At what point do we
starts
stop?
swimming?
This is getting ridiculous now.
Yes, it's been a day and a half.
Yeah, it's
What if it's the other side of Altheya?
Do you pursue him over the river? Because if you want to go across this river, you guys, how are you going to
get
cross?
to him, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would need athletics checks to cross the
Skyrim
river.
NPC.
He's clipping up that mountain.
He's got a horse. He's just going up.
Well, your
should've come
wild
here.
shape doesn't last.
yeah, how long does it last?
I don't know. You tell me. It's past
I think it's about an hour.
I think it varies. I think you can hold it depending on it's like an hour per proficiency. So it might be like
Got an 18.
18's fine. Yeah.
Die.
You stay in that form for a
I'm
number
going to
of
use heroic
hours.
Is it been
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours?
You can use inspiration.
You stay in that form for a number of hours equal to half your
Oh my
druid
god.
level.
So
Yeah.
3 hours at this point.
Okay, so
So
I would've
it's gone.
popped back
Yeah, you're
out,
back
yeah.
in gruff. Yeah.
So what was the check? Sorry.
Athletics, unless you have a swim speed.
I got 4.
4. Okay.
Advantage?
That was me doing heroic.
Oh my god.
I rolled 2
There's
2s.
all this fate here, dude.
That wouldn't have done
When
shit.
I'm done. Yeah.
I would have got 8.
What do we get for Ophelia?
I rolled fate as well. I got 14.
Oh, you spent a fate?
Yeah.
Okay, 14. Can you roll for Percival as well, please?
I shall.
Is he aerodynamic?
Yeah, that's a hard
These are
swim.
just all bones.
It's all bones. All bones, baby.
16.
18.
18, success.
6, 16, 19.
19. Well, the fact that all of you succeed except Rowan flounders and struggles a bit, but like maybe Ophelia and Percival and Gruff, like you guys help Rowan across. Like it was a group
I
check.
could stand up in this one.
You're like that scene in Robin Hood. No, it's the problem is that like the river is actually surprisingly deep. This is quite a wide river, and as it gets down, like even you're struggling, and also it's fast. This is like not rapids, but it's from the mountain, so it's a very fast flowing river, and you're like struggling to wade and keep your footing, and like you're weighed down by all this gear as well.
It would have been really
Rations,
funny
yeah.
if then
Yeah.
this
All the
failed to
rations
get
are
across
so-
the river and was just going
Just yeah, that would have been the case, right? Like you would have just.
Just swimming like this, but going
this
the wrong way.
guy.
I just drowned.
Xantheus, you can feel your body just like losing energy, but this thing is not stopping. Like your bones ache. You've not sat down. You've not rested.
I was going to
Like,
ask, it's pretty exhausting, right?
Yeah.
Am I
Not yet,
exhausted?
but
Okay.
not yet. But like maybe soon. But it's just like physical pain.
Imagine
right?
as much as us, right?
The rest of you travel on till night. Like Xantheus, you are at 1 level. In fact, no. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw. I'll make it a con save.
Okay.
Because that's I will make it a con.
Oh, Percy.
Percival doesn't have to. He's immune to exhaustion because he's undead.
Bad.
Never get
17
tired.
from
17
me.
successes.
I can keep
Can I
going.
use a fate?
You can spend a fate.
I can do this all day. And night. And day. And night again.
16.
16, 18.
4.
Rowan, you gain a level of exhaustion, I'm afraid. As, Xantheus doesn't show sign of stopping.
Can we knock him out and have a nap?
Yes, I think it's time we end this. I don't know how long our rations are going to last. I don't know how long this journey is going to go. Pascal is...
0-1.
I don't even know.
Wet ration.
No, I'm
Salty.
At least with Pascal, like, you have been, like, I'm guessing you've been taking moments to, like, feed him and water him, which is helping immensely. Like, you know, he's probably, like, passed out, like, he's fallen asleep on, like, you know, like, in whoever's carrying him, he's just passed out. And then when he wakes, he just sort of mutters and you can feed him a little bit. So he is at least, like, stable with you for now.
We need to knock him out.
I'll do it.
I'm showing no sign of slowing. No idea where the river's flowing.
Yeah.
Do we need to knock him out? Is it time?
I think it's time.
We all need to rest.
Yes.
We need to rest so bad.
Do we want?
It could be another day before we reach the vault, at which point we're all going to
Where,
die.
is there anything, like, in terms of where we are, do we see anything coming up, like, in front of us? Like, does it seem like the direction that he's traveling, he's moving towards, like...
Something visible you can see?
Yeah, anything, or is it just open?
This is all like very dense woodland,
Right.
and then the hills. It's kind of like sloped woodland, up, you know, because you're coming up to the mountains, and he's just heading directly east. So you are just going through thick, ancient woodland. It is a gift of the gods that you have not encountered like some sort of wild beast
Yeah.
or like it is pure luck that you guys have managed to go this far without being attacked or Xantheus being
There
attacked.
are no other orbs in the night.
Not in the night, no. I would say that like
Which night?
maybe
We've been going
as
for a
you've
while.
been as you've been traveling, maybe Gruff would have seen one in the distance, quite far away. Like they are prevalent in the woods, but this one was like going in a completely different direction. I'd say that Gruff would be, you're a survivalist, you've been out in the wilds and things like that. You know a creature that's almost not hunting, but looking. And the way that it's moving around and things like that when you saw it at a distance, almost like it was searching. Luckily didn't spot any of you. This is like, you know, you saw it from a fair distance and said to the party, like, let's not go over there or something like that, you know. Yes, Rowan.
Can I use
Yes.
my survival, my knowledge of direction, to see Xantheus' current path and make a trajectory if we were to knock him out and follow that path
Yeah, give me a survival roll.
once we've rested?
Sure, give me a survival
Here
roll.
comes a
dude.
sick 2.
Fucking no, natural 20,
Third in
baby.
a
Here we
row.
go.
Manifest.
2.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
No, he's not. He really isn't.
What's the total?
What a shit
Can I
call
use
roll.
fate?
You can.
And it's 10 at the moment.
Oh, plus 8. That's pretty good.
That's good, yeah.
14.
14. I would say.
You really crawled that back for me.
I was going to say, if you had rolled like really badly, I was going to give you wrong info.
shit.
But you're like, you maybe don't know exactly where he's going to go, but you've got a fairly good idea of like at least the vague direction, but you have no way of knowing like how far he's going to go. Like
we
you have
just-
no.
There's no knowing where he's going.
I think I could maybe,
Possess Xantheus
because you know humans,
through the mountain.
if someone's blindfolded and they are told to walk in a straight line, they'll walk in a circle, right? Can I at least counteract that?
Oh,
That
he
we're not
no. He is not going to do.
No, what?
Oh, like
No,
for you
he's
guys.
trying
If I knock him out and we no longer have this
Right, I
possession,
see. Yeah, you've got a vague direction to
can
go
make
in.
sure we stay
You've
in
got
a
a vague
straight line.
direction, but you just don't know what you'll be looking for or when and everything else. But you've got a vague idea. Like he is very clearly right now just heading east.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it?
I can. Well, how do we want to do this? Do we want to hit him? Or
You got to reset his brain.
I could drink his blood until he stops.
Oh my god!
My
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm.
it's clean. It's,
By the scions and saints, please don't do that.
it won't cause any like physical damage in that sense. I won't be hitting him or punching him.
The difference
It'd be a
is-
kindness.
Regenerating his blood is going to take some
I
time,
will.
right?
I will spit it on the ground so you know that I'm not drinking his blood.
Well, don't waste
That's a
it.
bit
Well,
of a
that
waste,
seems
isn't
like
it?
waste because
Although it's crown steel in his.
Exactly. I probably can't drink it anyway.
Let's just do the
Can I just bonk
old-fashioned.
him on the head?
You make an attack roll against him. Yeah.
He's going to start splintering as soon as. Oh, this is going to be. awful.
This first attack, you have advantage because the body's not expecting it.
should I?
Yeah, are we going
Yeah.
to plan to all attack him all? Because he's going to run as soon as I bonk him.
Okay, let's all.
Do you want me to do it
Strike him
and
at once.
sneak attack it?
Get around him in a circle and just
Yeah,
beat the
just
shit out of him.
Eventually, I mean, we could like it'd be done in one and done. Just
Maybe.
Just make sure the last one is non-lethal.
yeah. We're still taking turns. Bam, 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 bam. We all get one.
To save us doing a lot of unnecessary dice rolls, let me tell you how this goes down. You guys plan this attack, you surround him. As soon as you start physically attacking him, and like you having to like beat him, like this is like a whack on the head. As soon as you do, like Xantheus like stumbles, his body stumbles. He like crouches into a more defensive. He takes like the dodge action and starts running. So all of your attacks are disadvantaged. So this is like you are chasing after him,
fuck,
like
come back.
trying to like whip him, trying to like grab him, knock him out.
Stop it.
I mean, eventually they're gonna get you. Like, I just don't want to sit here being like, right, attack roll for like minutes.
Oh, this feels
It's
like
just a question of how many abilities this thing is aware of,
It cannot use any of your abilities.
or even features, like racial
He's
features.
desperate for this thing to like.
Oh, your racial features, though.
like his dragon breath.
Because I can think of one. I'm
not a
not
spell.
saying it's not a spell. It's a,
It's a
it's
physical
literally a
body
racial
ability,
feature
isn't it?
That I get at a certain level is the only thing.
Oh, you do have that ability, don't you?
I do.
Oh God.
So I would, if it's like a thing that I, as a Dragonborn, can
And they're
do,
not grappling. This is like they are actually attacking the body.
because I'm thinking there is a way I could get
Okay.
out of this.
You're not.
Everybody make an attack roll with advantage. This is going to be the first round where you turn him. You know, Tom's brought up a very good point.
Oh, shit.
We did discuss this before as well.
I had forgotten that those aren't spells.
They're not spells, no. This is a racial feature.
This is like
23.
having physical, like, just traits. Yeah.
23 sneak attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So the main thing is, can they do enough damage to you in a single round? Is now the question.
This feels like a low point.
Listen, like, I'm just, guys, like, this,
We
Don't
can't go
worry,
into the
you avoided the
bottom of
baby
this
harness.
I would have preferred that.
Yeah, the big
I
I
mean-
mean, good.
there might have been other options, like spells and things like that, but like,
Sounds
this
like-
is where we're at.
I don't have a
How
sleep
many-
spell.
Sounds like Gruff is hesitating.
I don't have
22 points for damage.
22 points of damage.
Okay.
Do I have a chance?
You tell me if, like, you're still up when they have all finished attacking.
9 points of damage.
I'm gonna do the first attack because I didn't want to be the one to go over the throat.
Do I have time to shield?
Using your knife, your blade?
Yeah.
Bitch, you
Hit
gotta
me with
stop!
the butt of it or something. Punch me.
You gotta stop.
Kick me. Anything. Use a rock. Fucking shanking me in the dead of night.
It is the dead of night as well.
God damn.
This is so shady.
Daisy just immediately.
It's been days.
We come across just someone wandering the woods hunting. It's like, it's all right, it's all right.
Possessed, he's possessed.
It's like a guy with a bow and his, like, dogs. He's like,
We're
murder!
friends with him. He's friends. He was
drain his
fine.
blood.
It's fine.
Fight him! Fight him!
Fucking dry.
What do we get? So 9 points of damage from Rowan.
We're helping him.
Gruff.
You know,
You have advantage in attack roll.
I've got a 26 to hit.
Yep.
So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 more points. Ophelia.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
If you have multiple attacks as well,
Okay, the first one's.
you basically get a full round.
I'm only gonna
first one's
hit
only a 4 of damage.
4 points.
Another 26 again for my second hit. 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage.
He's out.
Is that non-lethal?
You
Was it
still up?
non-lethal? You tell me.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming you guys are going to try and make it
I'm
not
not going to
lethal.
try and kill him, yeah.
Yeah.
A little concussion.
I mean, who hits me last?
Ophelia.
With?
That's true.
Veracity.
Oh.
It's a piercing weapon. I suppose, yeah, I'd say you can use the butt of it.
Yeah.
I'd say you can use the butt. It's a heavy weapon, like,
Yeah.
you can, yeah.
The first one you stab right through him.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And then
it's the
butt him.
I'd say the only thing,
Second
if
one.
you did do that, you wouldn't be able to use Veracity's ability, which you're not using anyway.
No.
Yeah. Are you still up?
Just checking some things, you know, some features, just in case. But I believe I'm donezo. I'm downed.
He's downed. That 22-point sneak attack, I think, was a big part of that.
Yep.
So,
I'm downed by like 4 HP,
yeah.
by the way.
No, not much, yeah.
So yeah.
He was on full
So-
health, though.
Let me tell you what happens.
Do we get bitten to shreds by trouble?
Oh, yeah. Trouble is, like, in desperately trying to defend. Like,
It's going to be difficult to train out.
Daisy,
I'm further away from him.
you attack.
can throw.
Oh, you can throw. That's true. So Rowan was the first one to
I'll
attack
take it.
him. So, yeah, you take 1 piercing damage as Trouble bites you.
Sorry, Trouble. This is really traumatic.
What happens is, as Ophelia comes up, A blade impacts into the side of him. The flat of a longsword, shillelagh, and then finally whack, whack. 2 strikes from Ophelia in the back of the head. Xantheus goes down. His body just falls unconscious. That red glow shimmers, and a red ball of light appears above him. Can you all roll initiative, please?
So desperately need rest.
Do I even roll? Do I roll with disadvantage?
Why now?
You're going to be unconscious.
bleeding out.
You are thinking.
Ready?
You're just
Should I just roll initiative when I wake up?
No, roll it now just to
Okay.
make it
Nice
easier
that you
for
think
me.
you're
Death
gonna wake
saves,
up.
don't you?
Yeah.
I'm not dying, am I?
Yeah, if it's
No, you're not dying. You're at 0,
Not
basically.
yet. Rowan stops.
He goes for another one.
Still moving. Actually, it's a good point. Percy would have had an attack as well, so and we know what Percy's like.
Does
He'll
Percy
kill
hit?
you.
He'll kill you.
You got an 18, so
hits.
yeah, that'll hit. Let's see if you did a. Why am I rolling that dice? 6, 7, 8. That would have been 9 slashing.
Oh, he just swings in with his axe.
No, get you with the flat of the halberd. Whack. Right, Daisy, Initiative.
9, sorry.
Xantheus,
15.
Gruffith,
16.
Rowan.
15 as well. My dex is
Oh, it's,
less than 10.
yeah. I'll say you can go first because he's unconscious. Ophelia,
Very lucky, natural 20, 23 initiative.
23.
If I got that on my attack roll.
Shit!
That's the point. There is a universe where I could have been crit to death.
19 for Percy.
19. This thing
Much
is
as I go that my
faster than Percy. Ophelia, this orb appears above Xantheus, and you see like crackle of lightning kind of surround it, but also it scans all of you still conscious,
Oh,
like
God.
a cone of red light. Whoop, 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 whoop.
It's gonna try and get us.
Ophelia, what would you like to do?
Can Ophelia, she's going to stand over Xantheus' body, just like
Sure.
to protect him. Can she cast Spare the Dying as a cantrip?
He's already stable.
He's
He's already stable. Yeah, he's not dying. Yep, you knocked him unconscious. He is not dying.
Okay, then I
Not
will rage, and I will go after this orb of light
Okay.
with veracity.
He's too fucking happy.
No, it's just funny. I think it's a funny scenario. What a funny place we find ourselves in.
We pummel our friend.
First hit is a 24.
Does hit. This thing's nippy. Like it kind of.
He had it coming.
It's like glitching around. Like.
So that is 7
No, we're all just tired.
damage.
What kind of damage?
I'd have done the same.
I will
real
do. I'll do piercing damage.
Okay. The blade does strike, but this thing does not have a solid body to it. So it does seem to be affected by the strike, but it is resistant.
Then I'll whip it with my whip and give it slow.
Okay.
18, 24 again.
Hits.
So D4, and then it is slowed. So 5, 7 damage.
So another 3 as it is still resistant, but its movement is reduced by 10 feet. Anything else on your turn, Ophelia?
No, that's me. I'm still gonna just. Can I just call to it? Just leave him alone. Leave us alone. Go away.
Sure. You say that to it. It would. There is not so much a noise as a feeling in your brain of, I don't know, some sort of like a pulse of not quite emotion, but a flash of something, almost suggesting no.
I have a feeling it'll be.
A 9 would not hit you.
No.
Okay. Can you make a charisma saving throw, please, Ophelia?
Okay.
Charisma.
Who's getting
Oh, sorry, wisdom. Wisdom
Wisdom
saving throw.
save.
I keep
Okay.
because like the ability that I used this from initially was charisma. but I
Right.
An 8.
Oh, for fuck's
changed. Watch this red light whoop into.
This is gonna kill us, straight up.
It's only going to kill us if we keep knocking each other out. That's the only way we're losing health here.
Yeah, but
Ophelia.
we have nothing to go into a vault. We can't go into a vault.
We had more until you pummeled me to unconsciousness.
Moving on, Ophelia, you feel you lose full control of your body.
Shit.
You just. Ophelia's face slackens. From the burst of rage, it just calms, and she just looks in the direction that Xantheus was walking, and yeah, it's not your turn, but it would basically starts defensively moving in that direction.
Does Percy come with me? Does he like disengage and follow me?
Percy's like, oh, yeah, and and is like stood next to you, like
He
it's
doesn't, he
like
doesn't recognise the change.
no, of course he doesn't.
Fuck yeah.
Of course he
Are we
does.
still in initiative order?
Yeah. So after that, it would be Percy's go next, and so he is like, oh, Sister Ophelia's going up. I'm going to follow. It would then be Gruffith.
Groovy.
Rhiannon's face. You're right there, bud.
Good.
You sure?
It's okay, I'll wake up eventually.
Yeah, it's my sweet boys just lying on the floor.
Fucking like a family guy.
How did they do this to me?
Or Yamcha from Dragonborn as well, just lying in the crater.
I feel really icky.
I mean, listen.
I get it. I just
Can't go in.
I just feel a bit icky. I'm going to cast Entangle on Ophelia
great.
and Percival. So can you please?
Are you fucking kidding me?
We did this to you for ages.
They did tie you up with a rope. It's the same thing.
We did everything. Also, it doesn't last very long. Like, this is just to stop
It's just
them
difficult
now.
terrain.
Cast
as well,
hold
right?
person. Oh, that's in the repertoire, is it?
I turned into a war drake and stood on you.
Listen, we all used everything we had to restrain you.
What's the saving throw?
Before.
Can you make a saving throw, strength 15?
You are technically still you are technically your body's still raging, so with advantage. Please.
You just said rage ended. You said,
said
the
said
rage
her face calms. I didn't say the rage ended.
12, 16.
Okay, you're fine. What about Percy?
Percy. He is 7 out of 10. That's a 10.
Percy is restrained.
Mr. Gruff, what are you doing?
We're off.
What is the matter? We have stopped Mr. Xantheus.
Sister Ophelia is possessed. You need to stop her.
I don't think that's... No, Sister Ophelia is fine. Sister Ophelia, are you possessed?
Nothing. Anything else on your turn, Gruff?
Nah.
All right, Rowan.
Rowan combat rolls, slithers on the floor like a snake, licks Xantheus. No, he doesn't do anything.
Become snake.
I am become snake. No, he's going to cure wounds, Xantheus.
Okay.
Bring you back.
I could have
from
done
the
that,
brink. Can cure wounds not be leveled up anymore?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Weird. It's just not doing it on my one for some reason.
It's not on mine.
That is weird.
Oh, I think it's in D&D Beyond, I think it's a setting to turn on
Yeah,
Level scaling.
Which
All right.
seeing them in different spell slots.
I would like it at 3rd level,
That'd be
please.
Okay, so that's
68.
68 plus 4.
Oh,
Oh, well,
Plus your charisma.
plus your...
68!
Yeah.
They have buffed this spell.
2d8 per spell level now.
It's good now.
level.
I can't
And
believe it.
2d4 for healing word now.
Oh
per
my
level.
god.
I've
really
played
good.
an entire
It's
campaign
so
with the
good.
old garbage.
that's cocked.
You should just delete it.
That's why auras were big for Sentry at the end
Yeah.
of the last campaign.
It's also why I'm massively increasing monster damage.
yeah,
Well, not
fair.
massively, but keeping it in line so that...
Plus your charisma.
22 plus my Riz. 25.
25. Holy
25
shit.
HP.
That's not bad.
Xantheus, you are sort of, you were sort of conscious. You were specifically knocked out. your eyes flutter open, your body aches. But one thing I will tell you is you are immune to that effect for 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so all of us just
cannot
need to
be.
go through this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me help you
Oh,
out.
it's so good
Is there
to be
anything you
back.
need? I
You assholes!
put water in his mouth.
What the hell?
Drink! Yeah, save it.
Days! You followed me days!
Save it. Ophelia.
Follow Ophelia! You monsters!
We deserve
Anything else on your
We
turn,
deserve
Rowan?
this, yes.
Would you like a snack?
You are hungry. You're starved.
Yes! Yes, I would!
You go with us.
Hold person on Ophelia.
It's your turn. I was going to say whole person. So this is wisdom
what's
saving
that?
throw.
Fucking
I don't have spells!
wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw, please, Ophelia.
I would have it if I had a long rest, but someone has to
May
get
as well
possessed
use
in the
fate.
night.
8.
Ophelia's body.
Thank you!
Now is that every
really effective.
round she gets a new saving throw?
It is.
Would be, right?
Repeats the save at the end of each of its turns.
Okay.
Paralyzed for the duration.
It's a good thing she goes first. So
All you had to do was follow me to the vault. That's all you had to
We
do.
were, but it was
did.
killing us.
It was not killing you. Killing me It was attacking me. I got stabbed. I got attacked by a whip. What the fuck?
It's been days.
And we could have carried on. We could have
don't know.
rested in that cave. We didn't need to come back to Colville with this guy who, he's feeling wonderful now. Had a nice meal on us.
I'm going to knock him out.
Knock him out again. Knock him out again.
He's insufferable.
Deserved it. I deserved it. We were looking for a vault. I was taking you to it. You almost killed me. You almost killed me.
No.
And I'm meant to be your ward, am I?
Daisy, your
Unbelievable.
turn, by the way. It's Daisy's turn.
I'm just gonna let him tire himself out, honestly.
Anything you want to do, Daisy?
We
on your
need
turn?
to rest really badly.
Then fucking rest. I'm following Ophelia to this vault.
Well, you held them. So they're not doing
Ophelia,
anything.
well, Daisy, do you want to do anything on your turn?
No.
Okay, Ophelia, can you make another wisdom saving throw for me,
shall.
please?
6.
Okay, yep, Ophelia's still good. You got a round.
At least for as long as this lasts.
You guys go around. Did you like to do anything?
I would like to knock out Xantheus.
To deal 25 damage.
Lasts for a minute, by the way, hold person. So you make 10
under
saves.
exhaustion that like
We thought that.
It's just if these guys want to like, tie Ophelia up or anything like that, or what?
Yeah, we should actually tie her up. That's a good point.
My speed is reduced. D20 tests. -2.
Yeah, per level.
Is it my go?
It's everyone basically has a turn before Ophelia goes in. So, like, Percival, I'm going to say, is just stuck in the entangle. He's just like, what are you doing? What is going on? I don't understand.
Why is Xantheus shouting?
We thought that if
Why are you upset with something,
we thought
Mr.
that if we had stopped you from being possessed, we could fight the orb, and then we wouldn't have this again. That was the aim, is that we could fight the orb and then continue on this trajectory and rest.
We were following you as long as we could follow you, but Rowan is already exhausted. We were losing resources. We could not go that far.
Also, you looked terrible. You'd not rested.
We
look fine.
We followed you for a night and a day.
I know, I was there the entire time. Oh, I know it was exhausting. It was exhausting being in there.
Xantheus.
We were getting there.
Ophelia, can you do another wisdom save throw for me, please?
Xantheus.
Yeah.
We have no idea where this vault is.
No, but it has to be close. It has to be
We
close.
said that a day ago.
Yeah. You have, unless in your possession you know where it is. Do you?
I don't suppose I was fed any information.
You've got the crystal on you, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Make a charisma roll for me.
Just straight charisma?
D20 plus charisma.
15. Which I will fate,
Sure.
just in case. An extra 6. 21.
Wow.
Big difference. Getting an extra 5 above DC is always going to yield better results. Rowan asks you that, and it kind of stops you in your sort of anger and this tirade of frustration, because you think, and you can almost feel that crystal still in your grip, and God, your fingers hurt from holding it for so long, but there's like a pulse to it, and there was a pulse sort of in your mind, just this like red pulse. And now sort of focusing for a minute and thinking, looking in the direction that you're heading, the way Ophelia is heading. It's like a flash in your mind, like you get like a flash almost in your mind. You see a clearing within the deep woods, a grove. The trees bent and twisted away from something that they know, the trees know appears there every few years. So the trees don't grow there anymore. You see an old stump that has grown sort of branches around something that is not always there. And you see flickering light in the shape of a squat tower-like shape. It flickers through all these different colors, but sometimes focuses on red, as it becomes this almost like faceted crystalline shape, there but not there. You see flashes of, or maybe you feel flashes of other creatures that have been led to that place. Some of them are taken inside something. They step up on the tree stump and then vanish. Others stand there for years, days, until they die of dehydration and starvation, their bodies and bones rotting away into nothing, waiting for something to return.
Oh, so there's still lead there even when it's not active.
But you have a feeling, yeah, from you, like, you've got a vague sense of maybe another day's travel east, and then, yeah, you think you can find it.
I don't know. I was trapped in that thing.
You weren't drinking, and you can't go long without drinking before you just die.
I know. But I just feel like it's so close. I just know it is. It has to be.
We're still going there, Xantheus, but nobody can face it right now.
Anyway, let's
Not
pummel
even you.
Altheya to unconsciousness.
Yeah, can you give me another wisdom saving throw?
It'd be the first time. 5.
All right, 7 more of those to go.
Yep.
What do we do then, Xantheus? Ophelia's now wandering towards. Do we follow Ophelia for a day?
If it is active, then Ophelia's going to wander into this thing and we're going to follow her in, obviously. If it's not, then we've missed our opportunity and we just turn around again.
I'm not saying we do.
We were not
turning back.
saying we're not going in.
I know, I'm just saying, I'm
Just
trying to
look at us right now.
trying to figure out when we can take a rest here. When we can stop for a second just to recover.
Well, the orb is going to eject from Ophelia when we knock Ophelia out, if we do that, and it's going to go into one of us, and it's going to keep happening.
Rowan can't
Unless you
move
have a
very
strong
fast
enough
right
mind to
now.
resist it. A strong enough.
Rowan can't move very fast right now.
I'm fine.
I know,
I fall over.
I know you are, big lad.
Well, I get the feeling that if we manage to get it out of Ophelia, it won't be able to latch on to me or her again for a while. So we just need to protect you 3 from it.
How do we do that? It went straight in.
Nothing.
And there's no way to get it back out that we found without beating someone up, and that's not a very good solution and something that we don't want to do.
I'll take the opportunity.
Bit of revenge.
Fuck you! This is all of you.
Best I can do is make you feel like you can bolster yourself to resist the effects. That's all I can do.
Do we try and get closer to the place where it is and then find a place to rest? Do we maybe get rid of it? It's nighttime at the moment, isn't it?
Yep.
Do we wait till the day?
Did it feel even slightly weaker during the day, or
No.
The only thing is, if we go to wherever this journey's end is, there might be more of those things there.
More things to
Because
possess.
they're trying to take everyone there, right?
I don't know what the solution is.
all I have is a vague direction. We could, I don't want to, but we could try our luck and get rid of this thing now and just wander in that direction, but then we're aimless at that point. I don't know if this was intending to take a turn at any point, or if there's going to be some more obstacles that this thing was prepared for that we're not.
Can I get another wisdom saving throw, please?
13.
Does that beat the DC? No.
Doesn't. You need a 14.
14. Fuck.
I don't know what the solution is.
My only worry is that Rowan was lagging behind.
What if I become possessed? That might be easier.
Might be, but you are significantly harder to stop when you get going.
Yeah, I know.
Oh dear.
What's your bonus to your wisdom saving throws?
0.
All right, I'll roll one. I'll do it. I'll do the last 6 or however many it is.
I'm weaker at the moment. I'm slower, so it's easier for you to keep up with me right
true.
now.
It's just finding a time to rest outside of this place when we get there.
Yeah, the thing with this is when you were pursuing Xantheus, it's just that he never stopped.
Yeah.
Like you didn't, not even to like eat or drink or like take a minute. Like he just didn't stop moving. So none of you got a chance to stop moving. That was almost the harder bit. Is that like it wasn't necessarily hard keeping up with him. He wasn't moving particularly fast. He just didn't stop ever.
How far is it? You've got an idea.
Maybe half a day, maybe more.
All right. Okay.
I'm
What if?
honestly surprised Ophelia's still not moving.
What if? I've got an idea. We get the possession onto me.
That does mean significantly weakening Ophelia now.
Or we allow Ophelia to travel for an hour, allowing us to at least rest. We put Seren or something like that on them to keep track. And then we catch up. They're walking, Ophelia's walking, they're not in danger.
An hour is not going to be enough rest for you, Rowan.
I know, but what else can we do? Can't do a full long rest.
But that's what we need. This is the problem.
I don't know what else to suggest.
I don't know what's best. I don't see a winning solution here.
I could go with Ophelia.
I can go with Ophelia too. It doesn't. But I'm just looking at Gruff. You and Rowan look very, very much like you need some sleep.
I think we're all in need of a nice long rest.
Very much.
We just try our luck and get there.
As a point, the last 5 seconds before the spell ends, I rolled a 15 on your last save. So eventually, yeah, like you guys have been having this conversation. At the end of this kind of conversation, Ophelia kind of stumbles,
Okay, we have
and then
to
just
follow at
begins
least.
walking. Percival, Sister Ophelia.
I will release the
Oh, Percival's like, coming, Sister Ophelia.
Well, we can carry on walking and still make a plan here.
There is a
We've got some
benefit
time.
that
I am going to introduce a small complication. Ophelia moves faster than any of you, and the body is capable of keeping up with that. And Percival doesn't get exhausted, so he can keep dashing.
oh shit.
Ophelia and Percival are you move at what, 50
50
feet?
feet, yeah.
Oh my God!
So
just
almost double
let-
our speed, just
100 feet dashing.
So keeping up with her is going to be significantly harder.
I'm done. Night, night.
Yeah?
you can triple dash. You're fine.
I've been.
No, but I'll
Wears
get
you
exhausted.
out. Yeah, wears you out.
I don't have any solution for this stupid problem.
It's not a stupid problem.
It is a stupid problem.
It's not.
Ophelia moves too fast. It's stupid. Why you move so
Got a
fast?
spider climb as well.
You can clip up the mountains like the Skyrim NPC.
It learns that and just goes, wait, there's a faster route. Straight over this way.
Well, what do we do?
I mean, as you're standing around thinking, like, I'm guessing.
we're gonna-
We're walking.
Yeah, okay.
Wake up.
You guys are having to like jog, like almost near
Yeah.
run after Ophelia.
Yeah, my,
like you are dashing effectively.
I think I'm
think I have
definitely
to, yeah.
falling behind.
Like it's you're exhausted. Like this is gonna make it really high. If you keep this up, it's gonna be Constitution saving throws that get steadily harder for exhaustion.
Okay.
I've got -5 feet to speed right now,
Yep.
so I'm at.
25.
25.
It says 35 for my.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so you're actually probably the same as.
you're the same as you guys at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all of you are slower
We're
than
still
Ophelia.
dashing at Ophelia's strut speed.
She just has a natural life speediness to her from
Like
her
Spider-Man
undead
3.
nature.
Finger gunning in the way.
Squirrel.
Jesus.
Got to ask, what's the plan, team? I know it's a try.
Yeah,
it's a
I
tough
mean,
one.
I've got a silly idea, but
Sure, I love silly
I
ideas.
don't know how long it will last.
I love silly ideas.
I have a silly idea that Gruff wild shapes into a little mouse. Saren flies him towards Ophelia to drop little mouse Gruff on Ophelia.
You don't even need Saren. You could run up to Ophelia, transform into a mouse as you jump and just land on her shoulder.
Yeah.
A mouse probably isn't gonna set this thing off. Like
so
it's
at
probably
least
not
I'm
gonna
with
notice.
her, like you
Yeah,
know.
you could
But
do
the
that.
only thing is, like, wild shape only lasts a few hours, so I don't know, like, if we'd get anywhere or like.
Xantheus reckons it's at least half a day.
You can at least short rest in
pocket.
Ophelia's bag.
Could I short rest as a little pocket mouse?
Hell
Remember,
yeah.
short rest does not give you
But
like
it doesn't-
exhaustion back or spell slots
it
back or
doesn't
anything
really
like
help
that.
me with
It
a lot
doesn't
of
really
stuff,
help.
though, to be honest.
I think we all healed. Did you guys all
I've
heal?
healed,
with
but
the
it's
previous
like, it's
shot?
my spell slots and a lot of my druid stuff
Yeah.
is long rest.
It's a tricky one.
Okay. We do have these potions we got. One day of bliss. What's the worst that could happen? The respite of youth.
True.
I've forgotten what they are.
We also have spell
Wisdom of the
slot.
Crone, Dream Walker,
Restoration.
Respite of Youth, True Self, and Mage Breath's Incense.
The Mage Breath
can
Incense
restore.
isn't
Mage
the worst.
breaths would be useful,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
It's only
Takes an
4
hour as well to use.
now, yeah. Unless we just stick the incense in.
Oh, yeah, it's incense. isn't
But
it?
then I think like Gruff had a good point of like, yeah, or like Rowan, like you could send Seren to like pursue her, like so that at least like you can keep an eye on her, take a short rest, and then carry on. But or you could try something else. You want to forward. You could probably like you've got enough experience now that where you could probably like grapple Ophelia and force feed a potion down her neck. If you have any spells, like I don't know, it might be worth trying something different, or like I don't know, it's up to you guys.
have a
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
I can do animating performance, right?
Yes.
And it brings a thing to life.
Yes.
Can I bring Sostenuto to life and use it like a Segway? Like just rest on it and it kind of floats me forward.
How long does it last?
Good question.
I don't think it lasts that long, but you could. You wouldn't be enough stuff to get rid of your exhaustion. To get rid of the exhaustion, by the way, minimum of a long rest. Like 8 hours, like 10 hours
1 hour.
rest. Yeah, 1 hour. It's not going to be enough.
Do we get saving throws?
For what?
Possession. Her being possessed.
Yeah, she did.
is that it?
No,
It
no,
was just one and done.
continual.
No.
Wait, no.
God, no.
This is proto stuff.
If not, I would have
I don't know what chat's saying, but no. You don't
would've
fucking get that.
probably.
I would have. You would have made a million of them for Xantheus.
I would have made a million, but I still don't think I would
Not
have passed.
how-
I've got a -2.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like with that wisdom saving throw you just saw there,
Yeah.
it took like nearly 10 of them. But also, like, no, like generally with like a ghost possession, you get 1 saving throw. If you fail it, you're possessed. That's the whole point of possession. It's not like a once per 6 second saving throw thing or anything like that. Like, this is the challenge. Like,
It's like
you know.
a nice host.
Can I just try? It is damage. Can I try a mind sliver on Ophelia?
yeah.
What's that?
It's it's psychic damage specifically. They do have to make an intelligence save, but I'm just wondering if psychic damage would break down some kind of wall in there or something.
Yeah, can you make an intelligence saving
Yeah,
throw
of
for me,
course.
Ophelia?
Worst case, we're eventually going to weaken you anyway. Did you get like a nat 20 or something?
Oh my god!
All right,
I
okay.
would flavour that. I like the idea that that is the thing protecting the mind. Is like you kind of feel like something like rebounds.
Fine, that was just a cantrip. Give it 1 second or 6 seconds. I go again.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's only like D4 psychic damage.
16.
Okay. 12 seconds later, another one. I will break your mind.
I would say after the first one, it would trigger this thing's flight or flight, and so Ophelia starts dashing now.
Shit.
And so it's like 100 feet around, so you're like, oh, like you're even
Either
dashing.
way,
You
we're
guys
running
are going
up
to
the-
struggle to keep up with her if she runs.
That's the thing. My only worry with sitting still and having Seren follow is for every hour
Yeah.
we rest, it's 2 hours we have to
Yes.
catch up, and therefore 3 hours to get back to her.
Ophelia's too fast for.
I mean, like, I'd say that this instant with, like, now triggering her to start running,
That's- yeah.
you've lost some time because she moves so quickly, and then you've got to, like, double dash to kind of catch up. But after a while, once the orb seems to sense it's not under threat anymore, it reduces back down to, like, a walking speed. So you have to, like, chase after for, like, maybe, like, 5 minutes, and then you're like, oh, my God. Because she's just slowing down, so you catch up.
I'm just going to keep up at this point. Like, aside from just doing exactly the same again of just knocking you out essentially, or continuously casting Hold Person, which I can only do very few more times. We may
Like
as
to
well
make
just
any
keep
checks
going.
to figure out, like, Ophelia was the only one who's made a check so far to figure out.
done a
You
check.
did, you
I-
did.
I
You rolled
can-
badly. Yeah,
Yeah.
you rolled badly.
I
I mean,
did a
the-
check when I grappled.
And the Mind Sliver
You
is
did a
just
medicine check. Because you said you wanted to check and see if there was any physical injury on Xantheus. You didn't check for like any magical knowledge or anything.
Yeah, I mean, the mind sliver was a sort of a probe into Ophelia's mind in order to
I would
see...
say that with the mind sliver, you would have been able to like attack her mind, but you don't think it would have done anything to disrupt the possession necessarily.
Okay.
If like physical harm didn't break it out of you and the whole person didn't stop it, you don't think the mind sliver would have done. Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I think ultimately I'm trying to figure out a way to break the possession early without just
Sure.
Punching the shit out of someone.
punching or stabbing.
yeah. Give me an
or,
Arcana
you know,
check.
with throwing knives or whips or cudgels or...
Point of fate as well.
I could point of fate. Our last point of fate. Yeah, Arcana.
Yeah.
The +3.
Wow. That's just
7.
Sometimes dice don't like, it's like dice tell stories, man. No, like
And
you're
that one.
like Xantheus, like you were possessed by this thing. You can't think of anything. Like this is out of your realm
I
of
feel like
knowledge.
there's almost still a sort of a flicker of a remnant.
I don't want to. I want to.
No, I mean a remnant of the
Yeah.
possession from this thing, where it's like for some reason it's not letting
can't.
me perceive it now.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I've just been rejected by this energy now, so I can no longer.
This is definitely a type of magic, but yeah, nothing you can really glean. Sometimes
Can
the
I
dice.
try and make some sort of check? I don't really know.
What are you trying? How would you approach it? How is Gruff approaching
it was
it?
the same sort of idea. Like, is there a way to break the possession without physical harm?
Yeah. With like, are you using like, is this approaching it from a magic perspective or like a spiritual perspective or?
I'm kind of wondering if there's something from that evening in the pub where I was talking to all the locals, like if they'd, if he remembers, like some of them was like, oh, old Jimmy was possessed once, and like, we threw salt in his eyes and it helped.
Give me a
Salt in the eyes. I got an idea.
give me a
Pocket salt.
history. It's intelligence based. It's sometimes you roll high. Yeah.
I roll a 3 minus 1, 2.
Well, sometimes the dice rolls don't
There's
like it.
probably so many different stories as well.
Yeah, you're trying to rack your brain. There were, but it was just none of them sound plausible.
He did say throw salt in the
salt
eyes.
in the
So
eyes.
why would you do that?
Oh, if you cut an onion in half and you rub onion in their ears, that breaks it. If you make a wicker doll of them and then you soak the wicker doll in oil and then burn it, that will there's loads of these, but you're like, I don't think any of them are real.
Man was talking nonsense.
Can we get ahead of Ophelia? Can I?
Hard, you can, yeah.
With some dashing, yeah, I think we can.
If you do it, I'm probably going to ask for another Constitution check because you already had to chase after her already once.
Yeah, what you thinking?
It's completely pointless what I'm doing, but I like the flavour of what I'm going to do.
I mean, love it.
I'm a
Yeah,
big
give me a
fan of
Constitution
flavour.
saving throw then, bud, if you're going to try and run ahead of her.
This is my third 2.
I think you're 4th, dude, because
Yeah, that's another level of exhaustion. For
remember because you rolled advantage.
Like you've been sprinting after her, like after Xantheus did the mind sliver, you had to chase after her. You are already exhausted. You've been walking this whole time, talking and like following her. Like you're trying to come up with these plans. Like you have barely eaten, you've barely slept. Like this is getting real tough now.
I think I would also be keeping up as much as possible.
But you didn't want to try and get ahead of her, right? You're just following.
I mean,
Because the reason I had Rowan do that
What's your-
specifically because you do it, by the way. You do get ahead of Ophelia, so whatever you want to try. It's just in the process you have worn yourself out even
yeah,
further.
it depends if you need an extra person for this plan, and if so, I'll join you. If not,
Don't think so.
okay.
So
I
I'm going to
need an
use.
orb of gonging, because that's about my limit.
I'm going to use a glyph of warding. Put a glyph on the ground
Okay.
and put a spell in it
Okay.
ahead of the path of Ophelia.
Okay.
So, Ophelia walks onto it, and it's going to be enthrall.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that to try and gain an insight to try and create a barrier between the two and figure out the possession, essentially.
Okay.
Using
Well,
that spell type.
Yeah, let's have the enthrall take effect as it normally would. So what does enthrall
Wisdom
do?
save.
Wisdom saving throw, please, for your favourite.
My favourite. I'm gonna succeed.
Nat 20.
Oh my god!
The dice does not want the story to derail. This is the story
I've
that the
tried
dice won.
everything.
Are you kidding me?
And so I just.
I've got exhaustion for that.
amazing.
The dice want this story to keep
Listen,
going.
all right, but you were doing this. The idea was you wanted to try and figure out a bit more about the situation. So the enthrall was like an effect, yeah. So what happens is Ophelia's body walks over that glyph, has no seem awareness or like doesn't seem to care that it's walking into
Rowan's
the
like
glyph.
hyperventilating.
And you see like the flash of magic, bright swirling colours, but just Ophelia walks straight through it and carries on going.
Why is it always this stuff?
What I will tell you is that there is, because you've expended like some pretty big resources, that's what, like a 3rd level spell and a 2nd level spell or something like
Let me
that?
go. Just let me go, guys. It's fine.
What I would say, Rowan, is
I'm beating the shit out of you.
what you can work
There's
out
some trauma here that's unresolved.
is you think that one of the thing is you think that part of the reason that enthrall spell didn't work is because whatever this effect is it's very similar to a creature being charmed or dominated or like having some sort of mind influence. You don't think this is like a ghost possession. This is like something has taken control of her body, like a magic spell or some sort of effect. So maybe something that could end like a charm spell or like a mind domination or something like that. Any sort of spell that would remove the charmed effect would work on this, you think?
I have counted charm.
I think that is like when a creature is
That's
being
when they're
charmed.
doing a saving throw, so it's reactive.
That'd be good to know, though.
Yeah, that is good to know.
As you guys walk past me, I'm just going to lie on the floor for a minute.
You ran up ahead, so you've got like a little bit of time as they're like coming up.
Rowan, you know which way we're going. Just following this.
It's a charm. It's a sort of charm effect.
Charm. Okay. Charm. Okay. Got it.
Removed. That's
Yeah.
what I figured out.
But it also, the
I've got nothing
implication...
to deal with that.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the idea of trying like a charm person or a suggestion probably won't work because she's already under the effects of something like that.
It needs the reverse.
Yeah, it needs something that can undo a charmed
I
effect.
take a good bludgeon to the fucking head.
That will also work, as has been proven.
Don't worry, Rowan. I'm going to punch her in the back of the head.
Well,
It wouldn't take much. It wouldn't take much.
Now you're okay with stopping this thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once we get to the vault, yeah.
so why don't we take a break, let you guys have a little think, and then when we come back to it, we'll find out what
Yep.
happens.
Fucking hilarious.
All right. Well, we will see you in 5 minutes, everybody. See you in part 2.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you in a bit.
Welcome back to part 2 of Altheya, the Dragon Empire. You rejoin us as our party, our exhausted, tired party, are traveling through the Rustwale Woods, following not a possessed Xantheus, but now a possessed Ophelia, who is faster than everyone,
And has a friend.
Really gone downhill.
Has a bodyguard.
causing
Upgraded.
further problems.
And Ophelia is rolling like a god king
God
recently.
King against
Only on
spells.
certain things.
Yes.
True.
The various ways to try and stop or stall Ophelia have failed, but you have gained some knowledge maybe about what this thing is doing, how it works.
Knowledge.
But you are now facing the rather sort of desperate scenario where a difficult decision needs to be made in that do you try and stop Ophelia and force this creature out of her and hope that maybe you can defeat it, or do you let Ophelia carry on to the destination?
The destination.
I just realised something awful as well.
Oh, yeah.
If we, well, just additional awful. If
Groth is only now apprised of the situation.
I'm here now. I'm right, boyos. I'm here. No, as Kim, because I'm not role playing right now. Tom, I need you to know that I'm not role playing right
Okay,
now.
no, this is important.
But like, if we try and whack Ophelia to knock this thing out of her, we're also gonna have to whack Percival because Percival's not gonna have any of it, and that means we're probably gonna end up
shoot,
killing
that's
Percival
probably
because he's
true.
low on health and can't be healed.
Did you say Percy has like
What
one
a
hit
pickle.
point?
Point, yeah.
He has one hit point.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he can't be healed.
Also, you have to work twice as hard to knock out Ophelia because
Yeah.
she rages and is
Rages.
resistant to damage.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess it would.
She's had several rounds now where her rage not have faded.
Do you have another rage in the bank to go?
I've got another rage to go. I can do another one.
So it would use, I mean, it would use
It would, yes.
Would it use that?
Rage would be a natural thing
Right.
that it could, like, Yeah. Basically, this thing seems to have access to anything natural as part of like the body. So like, I'd say like maybe rage wouldn't trigger, but like any natural abilities. But you don't know. Maybe it would.
people?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh shit.
Although it never seemed aggressive. Even as Xantheus, it was always mainly trying to just get away.
Yeah.
Oh,
But even if you can't really tell with Xantheus. Scratching away, not doing any damage. The most aggressive part of me was Boro.
Can we convince Boro to be possessed instead of us?
We really don't want that. That thing would get away.
Yeah, he'd be gone.
We never.
But I mean, I guess they could. They were trying to grab dragonets before.
Still, the problem is it's in Altheya.
Yeah, right now.
That's the problem.
and it's more Percy.
And nobody has the any spells that would get it
would
out.
help unless I can get a long sleep.
Yeah.
Except Fireball. Fireball would get it out.
Fireball does get everything out.
Yeah.
Fireball fixes it.
It's like seal it bang.
I didn't ask how to get rid of the orb. I said I cast Fireball.
Bang, and the possession's gone. And so's the rest of Ophelia, but details. Cleaning gun.
So, my question to you is, what are you guys doing?
Fireballing Ophelia, was that not? Clear?
How long has it been since Ophelia's been? How long have we been following now? I think we've been trying just.
Yeah, for the sake of argument, like less than an hour. Like you've been trying, but like yeah. Because you have been sort of like Rowan chased after her and tried to put the spell down. You've been like following her and talking questions and stuff.
Because there is definitely the plan of getting a small amount of short rest and then catching up. I've got, not to brag, a decent constitution, so I could probably keep up. Maybe. Or you send Saren, but I don't know how far can Saren go. I guess it's just
100. So, Saren can go.
Saren can go, but you lose communication after
100
feet.
foot. Yeah.
You can't telepathically communicate with Saren.
Yeah.
And I can't link with Ophelia, unfortunately.
True. So you could link with.
I was linked with her though when she got possessed.
That's very true.
What would happen then?
It would just shut Ophelia off.
Yeah. I was hoping for a little glimpse. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
basically.
hung up. She hung up.
She blocked you.
Well, it would be more like entering a place of bad reception. Like bad cell reception, like it cuts the
Crackling.
cord.
Did I hear it crackling?
Dial up.
And it's all just your voice as well.
Mom!
Yeah. So I could follow if people wanted a short rest. Because all my short rest abilities are now gonzo. But if you wanted to like lock in another communication thing, I don't know how much of that you have left actually before.
I have like a few, but
okay.
I don't think it's not going to be really that. It's within a mile, so if we get
So like, what?
outside of a mile, then it doesn't work anymore. So
I think, to be
I think
honest,
it's going to be valuable.
we just gotta keep going. We got.
Stick it out until we get there.
And then fuck out of ideas.
Yeah. And then fireball.
Hope
And
that
then-
And fireball.
Pass me the map, please, Tom.
Yeah. I am concentrating on fireball.
the hope would be we get to where the orbs want us to go, and the orbs no longer need to possess us.
So in the vision, I would have communicated
Yeah.
the slight vision I would have had then. Like, it's if the vault's not there, then Ophelia's just going to stand there until she starves.
Or
But
the orb
I
will
think
walk
the
her in
vault
there.
is there.
Or if the vault is there, which hopefully it is,
She'll just automatically go through then,
she'll just go right in.
which is what we don't really want her to be going on her own.
Because the
There
orb,
is a universe in which the only way into the place is when a gateway is opened via a possessed person. So it
you
could
think?
be that we. I
Win-win.
don't know. Maybe I'm adding an extra complication to this where I'm like, we have to go in, and then we'll sort it out. I
I don't know if we could take a rest when we're in there though. That's
How
I guess
bad
that's,
could it be?
I would like to impart some knowledge.
Let's go.
Drop wisdom.
I'm gonna drop some sick whiz on y'all.
Okay,
Get
I'm
ready.
open and ready to accept.
I don't know at what point I'd be able to talk to all of you, though, considering we're constantly catching up to Ophelia.
It's fine. You can have a conversation on the way. Yeah. It's
Slow
definitely
down a
fine.
bit as long as we keep her in sight.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I feel like we're loosely keeping an eye on her at this
You're all
point.
moving about the
more
same
than
speed,
active,
so-
because before
There.
we were actively trying to like do stuff.
So there. Just there.
Yeah.
My knowledge on what happened to me
Okay.
when I went into a vault, bright white light, and I was inside an orb orb of some kind, against my will. My fear is the orb's possession doesn't end when Ophelia goes through, and it continues until whatever's needed of Ophelia is done to her.
That was like experiments and stuff, though, wasn't it? So that's not really.
Well, if we're
We've seen weird things.
thinking about the Galawak and how that thing was,
They're gonna put a big thing in Ophelia's chest. One of those.
Still probably one of these, yeah. There's also almost certainly more of those crystal constructs around as well.
For people that couldn't hear that, Rhiannon just whispered to me, "Oh, I've got the Galawak's head. What if they put the Galawak's head on my head instead of my head?"
You'd like that, you sick fuck.
Yeah. You love that boy.
I feel like Rhiannon would like that, but Ophelia would be like, no, my base.
What if it's on your shoulder? So you have two heads, and then you have another head on your other shoulder, and that other head is Xantheus.
What?
But here's the thing. Let me tell you something. You can speculate about it, or we can find out.
let it happen.
Either way, we're following. Like,
Yeah, at the moment,
we're
you guys. So basically, it sounds like you don't have a way, or you're not intending to like beat Ophelia and stop her. So you.
No, why would
At least
we?
until we get to this
Sure.
clearing or something
Well,
that Xantheus
Oh, yeah,
is
good
supposed
point.
to.
it takes you about another 6 hours.
God, is this another?
So it's about half a day. You are on the very sort of edges of the fangs of the Empress now. The forest is thick and dense. You know, this part of the wood is not visited by loggers or travelers or anything like that. You are in like deep mountain, you know, like out in the Rockies, kind of like deep Sasquatch territory. Yeah, like proper untouched woodland. And eventually, you know, and Ophelia's not been walking in a straight line. Like, there are, like, diversions. There's been a slight shift south and then east as you're kind of following the ridge of the mountains, avoiding different obstacles and clambering up parts here. Maybe heading a little bit down to where the land starts to flatten out. And you come across, you see it up ahead, and Xantheus, you recognize it. Because you can see where the forest, you know, it's this thick canopy, but, you know, up ahead, not far, like, Ophelia's going to get there very, very quickly, is a sort of area of not flattened trees, but where trees just no longer are. It's sort of like thick, dense woodland, and then there's this big circular area that just is no trees. And all the branches on the outskirts of this ring sort of are twisted in strange ways. Their limbs and their branches have almost spiraled round, shying away from growing into this sort of ring, perfect circle of space. At the center, you can see a single large, you know, almost like sequoia, sort of massive tree stump. But it no longer grows up. It seems like something almost sheared off the tree, and then it's regrown itself up and out to the sides. And there is something that reminds you of almost like an archway or a chair, almost like it's kind of grown up the sides and around it's kind of left like a space in this throne room. Gruff, your passive perception is the highest in the teams, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. 17.
17. You almost missed this. You're the only one that picks up on this. But in the space behind this tree stump, in the big open space of this giant ring of nothing, of just soil, basically, there is a faint shimmer in the air. As if something is there, but light is warping around it. And that seems to extend sort of around this weird throne or archway-shaped tree.
Okay.
Yeah, you see something there. Yeah, this is just passive perception. Oh, you've got 17 as well? In that case, yeah, you would see the same thing, Stacey. Sorry, I thought you had slightly less perception. But yeah, so you and Gruff both see this. Kind of almost like something massive. And it's about 15 foot tall, vaguely tower-shaped, but it's weird angles, right? And it's refracting the light in a way that basically renders it invisible. But every now and again, the light catches it in a way and it kind of creates this distortion. And as you approach, you kind of tilt your head to try and get a better look at it. And for a split second, when you just move and the light catches it right, the whole thing turns red. Just pure, opaque red. And then it's gone. As soon as you like move ever so slightly to the side, it's invisible again. Ophelia is beelining to the large tree stump.
Oh, we should probably.
Well, this is it. There's definitely something over there. Daisy,
Yeah,
can
this
you
was
see it?
place, I
Yeah,
think.
so it was red, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and
You
then
saw
it
the
wasn't.
thing in the middle?
There's something shimmering in the middle there.
Okay, well, we should be able to see Ophelia climb maybe something invisible to us, but this looks like the place. Now, do we try to get this out now, or do we follow?
I've said my piece.
I'm going to say you got like 2 rounds before Ophelia gets in there. Unless you stop her or slow her down.
Is there any... There's no other orbs around?
No other orbs.
Is there anything, like, does this feel...
Yeah, there is something actually as you draw closer around that tree stump. Bodies, bones specifically, just hundreds of bones. Not all human. Some of them look like creatures, large animals, bears, wolves, something like that. But you can see that the skulls and the bones almost form around the base of the stump, as if something was just stood there waiting and just fell apart and broke away. And it's covered in lichen and moss, and you can see that there's this healthy bed of soil around this tree stump, and that moss has like grown over probably more bones and more skulls, and it's just created this...
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Did you say, sorry, there was a tree stump that had been hollowed out like a throne?
It's like it's flattened and then it's sort of grown up and around and sort of created like an archway.
Like a doorway.
Yeah.
So more like a
like the
doorway.
back of a throne.
Like the back of...
You know, like it kind of has
Okay.
like a straight bed. It's kind of, yeah.
Because Gruff's thinking about the King's Throne
Yeah.
folklore that he picked
It
up.
sounds similar. Yeah. It might be that, again, like it's folklore. You don't know how much, you know, obviously you don't know if it's true, but it seems that maybe this is the place that inspired that legend, maybe. You don't see any creatures around.
Yeah, a challenge from a knight to win his powers was what I wrote down. So.
How much of that is
Yeah,
true or not,
yeah.
you don't know.
The
But-
Galawak
Says
was
that
real.
there's something that commands the trees. And then all the trees are...
Yeah, it's like the trees are like turned away from this thing, whatever is this invisible thing that, you know, Daisy and Gruff can see. And I would describe it as like a tower, but it's made of wrong angles.
Okay.
If it's gonna do stuff when she gets inside, like Rowan says, I think we should stop her now.
But then we have to deal with Percival.
Percival,
Yeah, he's just like, oh, yes, Mr. Xantheus, he's still walking next to Ophelia.
have you noticed that Ophelia is a little bit possessed like I was?
She's being very quiet.
She's been very, very quiet, and we may need to attack her very, very soon to get rid of this possession in order to save her life. Is that okay? Would you?
Of course not. I will not allow Sister Ophelia to come to any harm.
But if we were in order to save her, we have to.
Xantheus, have you got a whole person left?
I do.
I mean, this is like, that's like a round of chatting. Like,
Yeah, it is, but-
unless anybody else wants to do something, like...
But he's like, I'm not.
Percival is going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
defend.
yeah, yeah.
If you attack Ophelia, he doesn't care what the reason is. He is going to defend her.
Barter with bones.
Yeah, it's also like I would say that like there's no persuasion check in the world that
Yeah.
will overcome his loyalty to Ophelia.
Yeah.
Right, like
Yeah.
What he was made for.
You need to revise those rules, bro.
That's what he was made for.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Well, I guess
also means that it explains why he can't be like charmed and stuff as well, because he just can't be. He's immune to it.
Yeah.
those two to get like they're walking together, right, ahead of us.
Yeah.
I will cast Entangle again to try and catch both of them.
All right. Strength saving throws from both of Ophelia.
Strength 15.
Strength 15.
Watch me fail this.
I am going to spend a point of fate on Sister Ophelia's. So add a d6, please,
Okie dokie.
to that saving throw.
So that is 11, 12, 13.
13 total.
Strength 15.
Okay, so fails.
Okay.
Save him with the fate.
half-
So yeah, and then Percival's.
Percival strengths.
I'm going to spend fate on that.
No?
I mean,
It's not possessed.
Percival. I can't.
16.
16. So he does succeed. So you see Sister Ophelia like vines sprout out kind of coming up, rupturing, spilling bones everywhere as these vines grow up and the moss wraps around your legs. And Ophelia, you can feel your body tugging, but not able to move. And again, just silently inside you are aware of everything. Percival stops and he's like, so Gruff, why have you stopped Sister Ophelia?
Sister Ophelia is possessed. I'm mimicking your accent. That is really rude of me. Hello, my name is...
It's really rude.
Xantheus, Oregon, what have you done? If she goes forward into that tower, she's going to be in danger.
Oh, that does not sound good.
That's why I'm trying to stop her from walking forward.
Oh, I see. Oh, very well. She's not being harmed, so
She cannot go forward into that tower there.
You're telling me that Sister Ophelia will be in danger if she goes into...
Yes.
Well, he can't see the tower. He's like, I do not see a tower.
Here, can I show roughly? If she steps around this thing in there, danger.
Okay, very well.
Bad times.
Okay.
Can I don't know, like try and...
I could like...
And it's a saving throw every round, right, to break the entangle?
Possessed light thing that's inside Ophelia. We do want to go into this thing, but we just need to have a little rest. But you're gonna get all of us, not just one.
You're bargaining with whatever is inside.
Yeah. Because Daisy doesn't know what else to do.
As a good DM, I'm not going to make you roll because this thing doesn't listen to reason. It's doing what is meant to do. It's not a thinking creature. It is in the same way as Percival is following orders.
Now that Ophelia is restrained,
it does not have the ability to. This is like, sorry, not the manager. Like, I can't do it.
It's like cordyceps, right? Where it's
It's programmed to make you do a thing.
The sun.
Yeah.
I mean, could I guess alongside the prism that I have?
Yes.
Is it?
That is like, there is a warmth to it now.
Okay. And is it, anytime, now that I'm sort of looking in that direction, it's been pointed out to me, is it almost identical in its like, when that thing is red, this thing is red?
Well, that's what you realize is it's not that the thing is changing. It's you realize, Xantheus, you're holding this and that you've kind of connected with the magic a little bit. That the thing that is there is red, but it's filtering out the light like a prism, so that when you look at it in a certain way, it looks invisible, it looks clear.
So I have to stand in a very specific place.
And it looks like almost like maybe it's not malfunctioning, but like something, it shouldn't do that, but you can catch it and it looks pure red. You also get the sense that if you wish to, you could have the thing in your hand, like match that color. Like you could like be like, go red, and it would become red.
I would like to go red. Have it go red.
Yeah, it becomes red. The prism in your hand turns pure red.
Very interesting. Not super useful right now, but I think if I'm just trying to investigate this thing, and
before you do anything more, Gruff or Rowan, anything, and then I'm going to have Sister Ophelia make another.
I have to concentrate on.
Okay, so you're concentrating on Entangle. Rowan, are you doing anything?
I'm going.
Daisy's pleading with this sword. Please don't go in. Let us sleep, please.
I'm so tired.
It's not working.
Not much I can do, so I'm just going to give Xantheus bardic inspiration for whatever he does.
Hell yeah.
All right. You give bardic
got
D8.
this, whatever you've got
And don't
planned.
forget, you've got your extra benefit, your motes that they do things as well.
I haven't got a bonafit.
Ophelia,
the
can I get a
mote.
strength saving throw, please?
Okey-dokey.
I'm going to spend a fate point so you can add a d6.
Alrighty. 9, 13.
It's not enough. Held. So Xantheus, what do you want to try?
So I should we go into this tower before Ophelia and just have a look first?
It might send us somewhere that isn't the same place as Ophelia. Can we get in?
I want to try to just get a sight of this thing exactly as it is meant to be, and try to notice the entrance, I suppose. Or
you don't notice an entrance. You can't see a physical opening.
There's no.
It seems to be like, I mean, you can tell that whatever this thing is, now that sort of Gruff and Daisy have pointed it out, you can all see that there is something there. It's hovering about 5 feet off the ground. It's not actually connected to the ground.
Okay.
And but it's also, you get the sense that it appearing has kind of over the years forced the trees to like move away from it. And this stump thing that it's cut off, somehow something is there. Like, you know that there's something in that place, you know, that's connected to that tree stump. And that's why the branches have like grown around where the thing is not.
Yeah.
Because it's learned that if I grow here, I get vaporized, you know, X amount of times. So if I grow this way, I'm safe, right?
Why did you say vaporize? Okay. I'm going to tentatively step closer.
Yeah, like you get the sense that like that the tree stump is like the first part before the tower's behind this like stump thing, this like throne or chair or archway, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And it looks like Ophelia is going towards that. Like Ophelia's
Tower.
going towards that stump thing.
Stump.
She's going to like almost stand on the stump.
Can we throw like a bit of a branch into the...
Yep. Clatters across the stump.
Doesn't do anything when it gets in.
Nope. So what are you doing, Xantheus? Because you said you wanted to try and get in. Are you going to move up, or are
I
you
mean, I'm
like...
moving slowly towards it. Like, whether this gets me within, I don't know, what, 5 feet of it or whatever, I'm just like trying to see
you're like
if
right next to
anything new
Ophelia,
happens.
right in front of this tree stump,
Yeah.
throne, archway, whatever you want to call it. And then the thing is above and beyond that, right? Like, it's like, you can see it now, like you're close enough that you can clearly see that there is this clear sort of glass or crystalline thing that's refracting light, and every now and then, like when you look at it at a certain angle, it's pure red.
I don't want to jump on it.
All right, can I get another strength saving throw, please? Oh, I'll add another cheeky d6 to that.
15.
Bang.
Succeeds. Does anybody want to do anything? So, Gruff, you would see that, yeah, Ophelia breaks free. Percival, because of your warning, will, like, move in front. He's like, please, Sister Ophelia, please do not stop. He's going to try and grapple you. So you need to make a... what's higher, your strength or dex? Your dex, right?
My dex, yeah, is higher.
Yeah, so can you make a dexterity saving throw against DC... This would be...
Oh, no, my strength is higher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so whichever saving throw is higher.
Okay, yeah.
Against DC 14 because of Percy's strength. As he's going to grapple you.
13.
13. Percival holds Ophelia back for at least a turn. Anybody else doing anything?
If she goes through, we have to go with her. We can't leave her.
We have to go in.
But I don't know how to do that.
I'll step up.
You go up onto the tree stump?
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
I feel like a tingling.
I feel tingly.
You don't feel vaporized?
I look at my arms.
There is a tingling in your arms, but nothing changing.
My arms are gone numb.
Okay, all right.
But you've stepped on this to like hold, because like Percival's not on, like they're not on it yet.
Stump,
They're just in front of this like stump thing, and like Percival's holding Ophelia back because he was told not to let her up on it.
I think I was instinctively get in front.
Okay, so you actually go up onto
like,
the thing, and you're like trying to
the
hold them
next
back.
level of
sure.
stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
And nothing happens. You're just tingling. Okay.
Yeah. There's definitely there's a sense of like, ooh, something's here, but you can't see it. You can't hear
Feels
it.
weird up here.
Okay, I'll try it.
But he's not going anywhere, though.
He's not going anywhere yet.
That's strange.
What do you do, Xantheus?
I'm gonna... It's big enough to stand on with.
Yeah, you can probably get about 3 people up on this stump at a time.
Okay. I would...
Question.
Yes.
If people are physically holding me back,
Yes.
my uncanny mobility, can I just walk up?
No, you can't walk up
Okay.
a person.
I was just-
I think you can walk on like structures like stones, but you
Yeah.
can't walk up like a
Okay.
creature or anything like
Cool.
that. No. No. And also, this is Percival like pushing you and like
Yeah.
dragging you back, and like it's like a
Fair.
physical grapple.
Nice.
If you had an ability that was like you can't be grappled or can't be
Yeah.
restrained, then it'd be the same. But
Cool. Just checking.
nice try though. Nice try.
I think I'll go with the... I still have a charge in my gold sight eye,
Okay.
with which I can do... Detect magic, I suppose, as I will step up onto this thing as well.
Give an Arcana
with
check
the-
with advantage because of the gold sight eye.
Oh, yes. Okay, cool. Okay. One of them's a 1, the other one was a 16, which I will fate. Oh my god, I'm rolling so well on fate. So 22.
Jeez.
You, with the gold sight eye examining this, it's two things. That structure and the aura of magic on top of this stump is very similar to that of the prism when you examined it. It's all schools of magic, but also a source of magic that is not arcane, primal, or divine.
Okay.
You have a feeling, you're looking at this prism, it's like bright, like you, well, it's probably gone clear now, but you can will it to become red.
Okay.
So it kind of reverted back to its clear state.
Sure.
This thing and this tower, it's all connected, and you know that the Gallowak came out with it. You have a feeling that there's some sort of connection here between the two. That something, this is clearly like waiting for something to happen to possibly transport you somewhere, to like take you into the vault.
Like a key.
Okay. Does anyone else want to jump on? I might have a way to travel with this thing.
I think. Actually, yeah. I don't
Rowan's
know what,
on top,
I don't know
like-
what you've just learned. So
Yeah.
So
Who wants to go first? Is what I'm saying.
I'm already here.
I just want to ascertain that Squire Pascal is in the room with us. Because
Sure.
we would have kept him.
Well, he's currently like following behind, but he's
Yeah.
not on the tree stump or anything. He's with, I guess, you and Daisy at the moment.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I'll,
Yeah, you didn't leave him behind.
Yeah, yeah, I
You,
just
you
wanna-
made it very
yeah.
clear you're looking after him.
Yeah. I guess can I get on something with Pascal? Like, I just want to make sure he's not left behind.
You,
like,
with Xantheus and Rowan up there currently, there is
for
room
one
for
more,
one
yeah.
more person.
Okay.
Do you want me to go then? And then second round, go?
Okay. Yeah.
Second round goes with Ophelia.
I wonder if there's something in this symbol. And then Gruff will trace out in the air or actually point onto Pascal where he's probably scratched
Scratched
that
it, yeah.
symbol into himself.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, if I look around, like, if I look literally down, is that sort of the stump in this hexagon
There's
sort
a
of?
scorch mark along the stump edge that matches that symbol. Ophelia, can I get a strength saving throw from you? Yeah, ask Waitrot while.
Well, I have knowledge, so I don't know if I want to impart it. Without knowing.
Oh, sorry, add a d6.
Oh, I mean, I don't need to.
Sorry, my apologies.
So that is 24, 28.
That's enough to
my.
break out of his grapple. Rowan, your DC was 13. Can you do another strength saving throw as Rowan is now stopping you, like getting up onto this thing?
No.
7.
7. Okay, so you're holding Ophelia back at this
the
point.
face.
I'm not going to double spend for. Yeah, just like stop. You know.
Okay, almost. All right.
We haven't got long. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Are either of you on the thing with us?
So
Do you want me to get on? I'll
Yeah.
get on then.
Yeah,
If there's
yeah.
room for
So
one more,
Daisy,
then I guess I'll get.
Xantheus, and Rowan, you're all on there.
Okay, in that case, I will, while we're on this and it's currently in the clear state, I will switch the thing into
I don't want to be here.
red.
I don't want to be
Okay,
here.
as soon as you switch it to red, Rowan, Xantheus, and Daisy, you feel yourselves yanked magically. Very similar to teleportation spells that I think some of you included. Maybe very similar to when you enter Blackwing's tower.
Right,
You
okay.
feel like a kind of yanking sensation. Gruff, being the only conscious one still outside that isn't possessed, you see these three vanish in a sort of. It's like the air around that stump cracks like glass, and red light just engulfs them, and then they're gone.
Bye. I guess.
Well,
With Rowan no longer holding her there, Ophelia. Percival's like trying to pull her back, but Ophelia steps up onto the stump. What do you do, Gruff?
so
You've got
it's
Pascal with you.
1, 2. There's 4 of us, isn't there?
Yep.
Oh no.
You got a round to decide.
Yep.
Well, how much do you decide, and how much does Percival shove in?
Yeah. Like what's?
Oh, Percival's like on there. Like, there's no choice. Percival is there with Sister Ophelia. It's like, do you wait and try and find your own way in, or do you go and leave Pascal behind?
I am waiting. I'm not leaving Pascal
Okay,
behind.
I love that. That is a true
No.
knight.
And I think that's the thing. You will, if someone was watching, you would see Gruff just like look at this and then just shake his head.
What you see is Ophelia steps up on it, and that red orb pops out of her. Your body is like, you begin to feel movement coming back, but it's slow, Ophelia. And that red light just appears in the air and the exact same thing happens as with Xantheus. There's like a shattering of like the air itself, and then a red light, and then they're gone.
I think, yeah,
as they
you'd
teleport
probably
away.
just see Gruff reaching, like Gruff! And then, like,
And Percival with you.
Yeah.
So the first ones to see anything that happens is Xantheus, Rowan.
We have like a
Dave.
turn before Ophelia shows up, right?
Basically, yeah.
If she shows up where you are.
What if Ophelia appears inside Rowan and explodes
You need to
Rowan?
move now.
I forbid.
You all appear in a fairly sized antechamber. You are stood on a kind of lattice of glass that's all multicolored. It's like, again, like the prism, it's all different colors spreading through it. And it's like a woven basket of this glass lattice that almost forms like a sort of egg shape around you with an opening at the front. As you... all around you, the outside of this kind of latticed glass egg is... you can see the walls are made of a kind of foggy glass-like material, but almost like the fog is shifting and moving inside, but it looks solid. You can see a passageway dead ahead of you that seems to lead into a much larger chamber.
I'm currently concentrating on detect magic. Do I get anything just jumping into this place?
Everything.
Okay.
You're blind.
I'm gonna take that
It's
off.
not kind of blind, but you're like, yeah, everything here. In that same sense, in that there's all kinds of magic everywhere, but it's not from one of those three sources that is familiar to you.
Okay.
A few seconds later, not entering your body, but in a space nearby, Ophelia and Percival and the red orb.
Gruff!
Oh, it's out of you. Okay.
Where's Gruff?
The orb just floats forward down into the corridor.
Bye.
Gruff is behind with Pascal.
How are we gonna get Gruff in here? I could try and shift it back. I don't know what the right color would be.
Maybe.
It was clear-ish. Clear-ish?
Okay, I'll try clear. I'll be back in hopefully just a second. I'm like standing on the platform with this thing, shifting it to clear.
Nothing happened.
It's not doing anything. Yellow.
What do we
It's not
do?
doing it. Green. I don't know.
You get a voice in your mind, Xantheus, now.
Just me?
Echoing.
Oh.
Yeah, just you.
Oh, okay.
You're holding the crystal, right?
Yeah.
It comes from this place. And it just says, not authorized.
Did anyone hear that? Everyone hear that?
Yeah, what?
What?
Xantheus?
Not authorized. Something up there just said that. Did no one else hear it?
No.
No, I did hear a lot of shouting from you earlier, though.
Well,
How dare you, first of all,
How
talk
dare
to
me?
everyone the way that you talk to everybody? We were doing what we could.
I was being very attacked.
We had no other choice, Xantheus.
But you then got yourself
You attacked
possessed.
me when I was being possessed by Teresa. So I've been on the receiving end
I
of
don't
that.
think I did.
Everybody did.
I didn't.
I did.
So I know how that
Well,
feels.
yeah.
Well, we didn't know what to do.
They
I
were using
know.
the information that I had given them, that I had known, to help stop you.
I'm just saying, we still are in exactly the same position now.
Yes, we are, but I'm just saying.
We don't have
We are all
Gruff.
a
Where's
team.
Gruff? Where's
We're all
Gruff?
working together, and now is not the time for these kinds of shenanigans. Where are we?
You're right, it's not. It's not the right time. Teams don't attack people anyway.
Unless there's a dire need, in which case, sometime.
The orb reaches the end of the corridor, and then it seems to go up into the ceiling
Rowan
and vanishes from sight.
is kind of looking off in the distance, being in this place, and just rubbing his arms instinctively.
There is no familiarity to Rowan.
Completely alien.
This feels so like you don't remember the vault you were in very well, but that dome. Yeah, this doesn't feel right. Like you remember sound, you remember vibration. None of
like that.
here.
Was there any of the patterns that were similar to? Because
There's patterns in the wall, but not like Rowan's.
Okay.
It's the patterns that the Galawak was drawing, that
Yeah.
hexagonal shape, and they're all connected to one another. So it's kind of forming like a hex grid over everything. Some larger, some smaller, but kind of all very spiraling kind of pattern all around. But what you would notice is that there is a lot more like multicolored light, which you don't remember. Yours was like pure white or darkness. You don't remember there being color. Whereas here, like even the walls, this crystal lattice that surrounds you has this kind of prismatic color to it all.
I mean, it looks really pretty, but I'm kind of scared of it.
How do I get authorization? I want authorization. That feels really redundant to ask.
Give me a second. Gruff, outside. I just want to check in with what Gruff is doing.
So I think I'd be standing there with Squire Pascal, and I just kind of look
Sort
around.
of crouched. He's like hunched, like on his knees.
Yeah, I'd put a kind of a reassuring paw on his shoulder, and I'd be like, "Well, well, lad, it's just you and me, and I'm so sorry we couldn't get you anywhere safe before we had to come into such a dangerous place. But you know, unfortunately, I've got another boyo that I need to look after as well, and well, the wee Kroot has gone in and abandoned us now, but I'm sure it'll be but long any minute to get us in there. So you just look. I'll look after you. I've also got to look after him. I'm sure this will be fine." Yeah, I know. Right.
Gruff's just having a great conversation with himself.
And he is just gonna ramble, like talking to himself,
calming
like
himself
trying
down,
to,
yeah.
trying to reassure himself, reassure the squire, and he's gonna look around and try and fervently remember what it was about the stump and all that. He will get on the stump, and with everything he does, he will be guiding Pascal.
Don't worry about that. I'm not gonna stiff you on that. Like
Yeah.
I know you're trying your best to look after him.
By taking him to a vault that he's possibly traumatized by. And can I look at the pattern around the stump? So it is that same pattern that Gruff saw when he was driven mad. Is there anything from his time when he was driven mad with the maddening whispers that he's like, oh, is there something, like, do I draw the symbol, like...
I mean, you watched the others. They didn't draw a symbol.
Yeah,
like,
they
you watched Xantheus held up this crystal that was red. Like, he made it go red and he held it up and that transported him. And then the red orb came out of Ophelia and then that transported them. And you can feel like your fur is tingling.
Yeah.
You know that this is just suffused with magic.
Is it lifting up slightly?
Yeah, like definitely there's like a feel. Pascal is like tracing the one on the floor. He's just like running his finger around it.
Yeah.
Just tracing.
I'll start doing it just to try something to see, I think, and then gives up, looks around. I have a thought and now it's gone. No, the thought has just gone completely out of my head.
Something about the whispers?
Yeah, is there a way he can pump magic into the symbol or the stump or something?
You can make an Arcana check.
4. No.
I mean, you try putting a little bit of primal magic, you summon the druidic magic that like a cantrip, you don't put a spell or anything in there just to try and see if there's reception, but it's almost like it doesn't want magic. There's nothing to feed the magic into here.
Are there any animals in the vicinity? Probably not.
No, it's oddly quiet here. You could probably go out into it, but like this area seems to be abandoned by like living things. Like there's you and the amount of like bones you can probably sense that animals know to avoid this place.
Is it afternoon or evening?
Let's say late afternoon.
Late afternoon. Any hint of lights in the area?
As in like the orbs?
The orbs, the wailing wisps.
Roll a D100 for me.
Ooh la la.
Say this will be a.
That's how many there are.
There's 100 of them.
99.
This is going to be a 20% chance. So you need a
24.
Oh my god.
Not yet. Maybe soon, but not right now.
So for now, I will get off the stump
Okay.
and I will start cooking a meal.
Okay.
The next practical thing I can do.
Yeah. Okay. So coming back inside, Xantheus, you're like asking, how do
How do I get authorization?
You would hear a voice in your mind that says, Authorization can only be provided by Vermilion Oxa 9.
Vermilion Orcs are 9? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Vermilion, authorization can only be granted by Vermilion Orcs are 9.
Do we
is
hear
correct.
both sides of this?
You hear
Just
Xantheus, just
side.
Xantheus' side.
No one else can hear that.
No.
Okay. Might just be to do with your Vermilion Orcs are 9. What
Daisy,
does that
you
mean?
would notice that, like, when Xantheus seems to be speaking to something, the colors are like pulsing in a pattern.
Okay.
You notice that the colors are changing differently, like more rapidly, when Xantheus looks like he's listening to something.
Hello, shiny colors.
Okay, it's not responding to what is
I don't get
Vermilion
anything.
Orcs are 9?
Vermilion Oxa 9 leads the Red Wing.
Leads the Red Wing. Okay, Vermilion Orcs are 9 leads the Red Wing. What is the Red Wing?
The Red Wing is this part of the prism.
How do we get people into the Red Wing?
Survey wisps bring subjects along with collector constructs. Collector constructs and survey wisps bring subjects to the Red Wing. That's what it
I'm
says.
repeating all of this
Yeah.
as well. How do people leave the Red Wing?
Via permission by Vermilion
Vermilion
Oxa
Orcs are
9.
9.
Xantheus, get them
Yes.
to send a little red boop 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 boop. Send back.
Send a survey drone outside to collect specimen.
You do not have permissions.
Vermilion Orcs are 9. Where is Vermilion Orcs are 9?
Vermilion Oxa 9 is located in the upper section of the Red Wing.
And how do we get to the upper section? Because I saw the thing go through the ceiling, right?
You saw it go into a large chamber and then it got out of your view. You didn't see what happened to it.
I think we have to find whatever this Vermilion Orcs are 9 thing is, try to get permission, or at least send one of those, they're called survey drones, I think.
Survey wisps.
Survey wisps. And then we might be able to get Gruff in here, but it does mean we need to go further in and into the upper section of the Red Wing.
What is Vermilion Orcs are 9?
The leader of the Red Wing.
How do we know? Are they a person? Are they?
Is Vermilion Orcs are 9 a person?
No answer.
Ooh, okay.
Not a relevant question.
Not relevant, no. I mean, someone else could take the orb and try, but the prism, I mean.
How are you, Rowan?
This place doesn't feel familiar at all.
This is nothing like the other one.
The one that flew across the sky?
The Volant Vault. Well, it's not like that one.
That one had more similarities to my one than this one does. This one's completely different.
Yeah, the Volant Vault, you saw similar patterns. You felt the vibrations, you felt the tones, but it was also different in its own way. You know, it was unique in its prospects. You didn't feel that same connection that you did. You kind of had a flashback. This one, the only thing that's really similar is this kind of glassy material that's the thing is made of, the walls. That looks somewhat familiar. Maybe the floor was kind of like that in the vault you were in. That's very similar to the Volant Vault. You remembered seeing a kind of similar structure of the surface. But yeah, this weird multicolored crystal, none of this is ringing a bell to you.
Magathera did say there were multiple different proto-magi that constructed their own different versions of their vaults. Maybe this is just a different person to your one.
Seems like it. But I wouldn't trust whoever's in control of this.
No, if they're making weird creatures like that, whatever it was called.
Well, they're also kidnapping people with
And kidnapping
strange
people.
lights.
However,
Galawak, not Jabberwack.
we are here now, and we need Gruff inside.
Yeah.
So we need to find the thing in me, the person.
Vermilion Orcs are 9.
That one.
How many creatures reside in the Red Wing?
Would it answer that question to you?
Without
Wouldn't be
authorization.
classified, I don't think. It would tell you. What did you say? How many creatures are currently in the Red Wing? Sorry, this is I wasn't expecting that question.
It's,
so just give me
you
a
now have to
minute.
go room by room.
Yeah, that's literally what I'm doing.
I think I've crashed it.
You have this would happen instantaneously. This is Mark's programming not having enough here.
I can hear a dial-up tone.
What? That's what I heard when I tried to connect with Ophelia.
It just blue screened.
Shit. That's it.
Restarting. God, what's the login?
Be amazing
Admin.
if he comes out with 2.
There are approximately 22 creatures.
22 creatures. I suppose that includes us. Hopefully includes us.
Oh, it didn't. Correct. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't include that. So there's 4 of you. No, with Percival. Although Percival's undead. So there would be. So what did I say? 22. So it'd be 26. There are approximately 26
Also
living
Borrow.
organisms.
Borrow gone.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Borrow.
27.
27.
What about Rowan's Rock?
No. There are approximately 27 living organisms.
27 living organisms, as it says in this place.
How many of them were possessed by a wisp and are specimens?
How many were led here?
You're breaking it.
Really giving me a fucking workout here.
Hopefully they say like 26.
That'd be nice.
Well, I guess it would count you guys. So.
we were led here.
Yeah.
"17 of the living organisms are test subjects.
Oh, we're test subjects. That's great.
Test subjects, yeah.
What are they testing for? What?
What are the tests? What are the experiments?
The current lead project for this wing of the prism is hybridization.
Hybridization.
the Galloway.
Hybridization. Okay.
Oh.
So there's 10 who weren't led here.
10 people working here that probably won't be happy that we're not orbed up right now.
What do you call yourself?
There's no response.
Okay. What do you call this place?
The prism. The red wing of the prism.
The Red Ring of the Prism. Okay.
What happens to test subjects when their bodies are destroyed and taken into said Red Wing? Are we in trouble? Is what
I'm in
asking.
danger.
I repeat that.
Deceased test subjects would be harvested for organic material.
Oh goody.
They need them living to put them together. Cool. I would like Gruff now. I need an adult.
I want to go back in. I want to go for it. But I don't know how to get out. We need authorization from Vermilion.
Then we go down there.
Vermilion Auxa 9, which is Vermilion the color, AUXA-9.
-9. That's the only thing I make. Yeah, orcs.
Auxa 9.
What was that? Sorry, Ox.
Yeah, AUXA-9.
Cool.
With a name like that, though, it did say living organisms. Okay.
To what extent are they living, though? I'm living. Percy is
First,
You are living your best life right now.
living adjacent.
Living
Yeah.
adjacent.
Sideways, living sideways.
Living adjacent.
Do you consider the survey wisps to be living organisms?
Negative.
Okay.
Okay, so there's potentially much more in there than just the 10 quote-unquote workers.
Look, we've got no choice. No doubt Gruff has stayed behind with Pascal and is struggling to find a way in. So let's just go
Yes.
where the orb
Yeah. Okay,
The
let's.
sooner we get forward, the sooner we can leave.
All right. You guys make your way down into the corridor into this larger chamber.
God.
I do apologize. It's a very crude map. I didn't have a lot of time. But
Oh, it looks like the symbol.
symbol.
Does.
You enter into. I'll slide that down. You can do what you want with it. You make your way into a large chamber that has a polygonal shape. It's approximately 80 feet across. The walls of the room are made of that same smoky, cloudy grey and seem to have a lattice-like design of the same shape layered over it. The whole room is currently lit by a dominating white light. In the center is a large 20-foot cylinder that extends up and down. It glows with a faint green light. Around the chamber are arched doorways filled with solid glass-like material of coloured light. 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 1 blue. They're also on the far side of the sort of cylindrical pit and chamber leading up is some sort of dais made of this kind of smoky glass material. That is what you see.
So 1 blue, 2 yellow, 2 purple.
Yes.
Yeah, not full prism spectrum, is it?
Yeah. Is there?
Interesting.
Sorry, was there an indication that ours is the red door?
I have given you
Okay.
all the information is on the task.
Yeah.
But is there any, like, the one that we have just come from, the corridor that we've come
No,
from?
this doesn't have any.
Doesn't have
it doesn't have any like blocking. Like these are like doors. Like these coloured
Okay.
glass are like filling the doorway, basically.
Okay,
Like
right.
blocking. It's also completely opaque. You can't see through it. But your one that you've just come from, there's no
Nothing on it.
light blocking it. Or anything
Okay.
Like that.
I
Yeah.
thought this might have been like a central sort of.
Same with the cylinder that goes down and up. It has a green light, but it's not blocked off.
Okay.
And it is like a pit. Like it's a pit going down, and then if you looking up, it looks like it extends upwards as well.
And that's where the wisp went.
But we're walking on glass.
You would imagine that the wisp went up there, yes.
we
Yeah, you're working on this like smoky, hard glass
We can
surface.
see through the. to
No,
see the
it's
pillar.
it's like it's quite opaque. Like as you get into this chamber, you can see this massive 20-foot sort of drop, and then it goes up. You can't see through the material stood on.
So it's like a tube.
Yes, it's like a tube going down and a tube going up.
And we can go into it?
If you want to fall
I mean,
into
yeah, it's
Or
a.
does it look solid?
No, it's
open.
Just a
hollow.
beam of
So it's
light,
like
right?
it's like a pit going down and a thing going
Now
up.
with you.
Yeah.
Forward.
Okay.
That's where the orbs go, up and down, maybe.
Let's just.
Is this all the Red Wing? All of these doors?
It doesn't
Just one
look
wing.
like. Out of character. I was thinking that all of these were like entrances from different coloured towers, but
Yeah, I
if
don't
ours is not the red one, then
This
I
is
suppose
just-
this is still the red wing.
Just Red Wing.
Well, if there's like that many test subjects just in the Red Wing, then it's got to be pretty big. That's a lot of things.
That's true.
Up to this dais and
Yeah.
have an investigation.
Yeah, so the dais, you kind of walk around the pit.
Sorry, Gruff.
I'm enjoying
I'm
it.
going to jump back.
No,
into
it's
Gruff.
fine. I've been thinking about things.
You walk around the pit, Rowan, to the other side, and the dais you can see, it's not very big. It's like a kind of, sort of like an altar that you might get in a temple, like a what do they call it, where you have the Bible on, like a...
Pew.
Yeah, no, the...
Lectern.
Lectern.
Yeah.
It's a
That's the one,
thank
yeah.
you. It's like a lectern, smooth, made of that same kind of foggy glass material. But this one has a sort of spherical indentation in the middle, which is currently housing a clear glass orb. And on either side of the orb are 2 smaller holes that look like something can be inserted into on either side of the single clear orb. And it looks like that orb can be picked up and taken away.
And the middle one is the same size as my one.
No, yours looks completely different to all
Okay.
this. Yeah, yours looks completely different.
What size is the orb in the middle?
It's, you know, like a Final Fantasy VII materia.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
ponder orb.
Yes, a good ponder orb. Enough like you could easily hold it in one hand or put it in a pouch or something like that.
I will pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up.
Does it change the dice in any way?
No. No. You have a clear orb.
I have a feeling of the little concave divot.
It's very smooth.
I feel it. Feels real nice.
Yeah, that's. Are you able to do anything with this orb? Can you see anything different with it? Do I look different through it?
You look all distorted.
It's fisheye lens. Fisheye lens, Xantheus.
It's like a Jamiroquai video.
I'm going deeper underground. Sliding around. Very proto-magi vault, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe if you at home wish to do your own proto-magi vault, take inspiration from the Jamiroquai video.
Virtual insanity.
The one.
Do they wear the
He's
hats?
sliding you around.
There's some sort of controlling device, but there's 2 holes here. Seems like you might need something to go in them. I put my fingers in them.
Oh, just a little bit of a kind of magic burst of energy. Like clearly these are like connected to some sort of
Got a
magic
toll of whiz
source.
jizz.
Ow.
Not enough to hurt, but enough that you feel like, oh yeah, there's
Not ow.
Okay.
If you say ow, it hurt a little bit, but no damage was taken.
Rowan would probably still say ow. He feels like the type of person to bump into someone else and be like, ow, even though it didn't hurt him, it hurt them.
So far we've got an ow, a not ow, and then an ow.
Put that back in.
Yep.
What happens
Okay.
if you move the little orb while it's in there?
Can you spin it?
Like a mouse ball track.
Okay. Maybe we can take this to one of these doors over here to open it. Actually, I might be able to use this as well. Like, am I able to point this at the purple door? Because when I pointed this at the tower, I could turn it red. Can I turn it purple?
This one, you turn it purple, but it doesn't seem to have an effect on the door. And you would hear that voice in your head saying, it would say,
Fuck you.
You in particular.
it would say incorrect use.
Incorrect use.
Is there anything next to the doors, like any panels or anything that look like?
No, this is the thing. Is this
Nothing's
very
wrong.
alien subject? Like this is clearly designed to be used by creatures that are not you guys, right? Like there is no panels or handles or really anything. Like it's all just smooth. The doors are like probably like 10 feet tall, these like archway halls. They're very thin, sort of like arched doorways. The whole air here, like it feels like almost like you're at like a high mountain. Like it's very oxygenated. The whole place feels weird.
Can I look inside the tube? Like, stick my
Yeah.
head in the tube and just look up and down.
Okay, so yeah, so looking up, the only thing you can see is that there is clearly another floor or something up there. It's lit in the same way from a white, strong, dominating white light. But because you're looking up, you can only just see the ceiling above. You can't see any detail up there.
Can I like?
Well, because you're going to say you're looking up and down, right?
Yeah.
So you look up. The only thing I'd say is you can maybe hear like what sounds like some sort of metal on glass sound. When you look down, before you make your way up, when you look down, the floor below is pitch black. But at the very bottom of this pit, which is maybe about 80 feet down, you can see that there is what looks like a body slumped. And the reason you can see it is it's pitch black, but it's holding something in its hand, like a blue rod that's glowing, and it's causing enough light that you can see just the illumination of the body. Can you give me a perception check as well, please?
Oh shit!
Like at the bottom of the pillar, right in the center.
Yeah, well, not right in the center, but
Yeah,
like in the viewpoint of where you can see.
22.
Oh,
The other thing you see, Altheya, is it's just all you can see is this body and this blue light and like maybe some clothes. The corpse is decayed, but quite well preserved. Not quite like mummified, but like it hasn't been ravaged by bacteria. So it's like desiccated, like a corpse in the desert, right? And it's lying there, and the light is kind of spreading this blue glow across the floor below, but you can't see the wider room because it's blocked off by the sides of the pillar. But something causes a shadow to down there.
Nope. Friends.
Yes, what is it?
I don't know why I think it might just be the situation that we're in. There's a corpse down there. Normally corpses don't freak me out, but this the current situation that we're in and it's just the uncertainty is freaking me out a little bit.
Okay.
He's holding a rod.
It might be used to control. How do we get down there, though?
Well, I can probably climb down, but he's not the only thing down there.
There was something else?
There's a big wiggly thing.
How many living organisms on our current floor?
On the current floor, fuck you.
It says, fuck you.
You could just say no authorization.
No, because I don't want to cheap you out of good, because this is good stuff. You're using your brain, I want to reward you.
Why is that the first time I've heard that in all of these years?
So you're using your brain now.
There's big metal footsteps upstairs as well.
Right.
I say upstairs.
Up, rod.
A tube.
Up pipe.
Tube. Up pipe. Ascended.
Either way is good.
no. And I don't really want to go behind these doors either, because I feel like there's only bad.
This motherfucker better be ready for my next question.
Feels like
How many legs are there?
How many of them are identified?
There are approximately 14 living organisms on the middle floor.
Middle floor, and how many living organisms on the bottom floor?
There are approximately 5 living organisms on the bottom floor.
Nope.
Oh, it's definitely 3 more than I saw. Well, no, 4.
Can
More
you
than I
ask
saw.
what the name of the bottom floor is?
What's the name of the bottom floor?
No response.
What is the purpose of the bottom floor?
That's a good question that I know the answer to. The bottom floor houses the more dangerous subjects.
Good to know.
What is the...
Nope.
Are
No.
you relaying this to us?
I am, yeah. Everything that I say and it says, yeah. And the same as if you ask it a question, it's going through me. What's the purpose of the middle floor?
The middle floor is temporary housing, engineering, and other services.
Other.
Like a shop, hopefully.
I love it.
And what's the purpose of the top floor?
Administration.
Oh, there's always an that.
It's
Which
where all
is
the
probably where-
important people are.
A million orcs and Iners.
Yes.
How do we ascend or descend from the middle floor?
The central chamber can be accessed using a green keystone to activate the levitation mechanics.
How would we find a green keystone?
Green keystone can be achieved through 2 primary keys and a keystone orb.
Keystone orb.
Keystone orb.
Key down on the bottom floor.
I'm choosing not to look at that one and not count it because I don't want to go there.
I think, well, one
There
of
might
us
be
has
another
no
one down
choice.
there as well. That's just the one we can see.
But there's 5 things and he's
5
the
of the most dangerous
dangerous
things are down there.
Well, it's only dangerous if they know we're down there, right?
You said it was immediately in the darkness, you could see it?
And there's a body.
I could see it, but I didn't know if it would be able to see us. I don't know. If we sneak down there, maybe we can. Why am I saying this out loud?
I can feather fall us all down there. But it's just we can't get back up again.
I just think up is how we need to go. We can't go down there.
Right.
So we need to find a way to activate this thing
How
to go
high
up.
up does it look?
So that's the tricky thing is the
tell.
room itself is about 40 feet, like the ceiling is 40 feet up, and then this thing goes another 80 feet, like straight up. So it's about 120 feet up.
Damn.
Could we make some kind of fashion like some kind of hook system so we can bring the body up without upsetting?
Quite a lot of rope.
We need about 80 feet. It shouldn't be too long.
Well,
Mage.
you'd need 120 because it's 80 feet to the top of the lower floor, and then you've got to go from the top of the lower floor to the
Bottom.
30 foot.
yeah.
120.
What about
Get
ma-
it
bad.
What
around
about
them.
mage hand?
Oh yes, I could do that. I could make hand.
What's
It's
that?
30 foot.
30 feet range.
What if? Okay, 120 take 30, so 90, and then. So how much? Anyone got any rope? Anyone got any rope?
Yeah.
So we're going to.
How long is your rope?
Whilst you have a look at your inventories, Gruff, is there anything you would like just to check in with Gruff? It's only been like a few minutes. It's been a couple of minutes. Like, just, you said, get like some rations on the go, make sure Pascal's fed, you had a little bite to eat, like, drink some water skin.
I'd like to try something that could potentially be stupid or could potentially
I
peter
mean, I
out
love
to
that.
nothing.
I love that. I'm a big fan.
So, one thing I'm going to do is, to start with, Gruff's going to take off the sash that's around his waist and tie it between him and Pascal.
Okay.
His thinking is, if an orb appears and he gets possessed, and then Pascal will come
Great.
with him.
Great idea.
So they're just kind of tethered to each other. We're just gonna then get up onto the stump, and thinking about one of the folklore tales that we heard in Le Pub. And like I said, this could be potentially very stupid. Gruff's gonna. I challenge you
I challenge you.
Voice echoes. Doesn't seem to do it.
I didn't think that was going to work well.
Worth a shot.
To be honest, Squire, I actually didn't really want anything to turn up right now. I'm in no condition for a fight, so I'm actually kind of glad that nothing turned up. But you've got to show willing, right?
That's the lights, the lights.
Yes, the lies. I'm really sorry for this fella. One of my new vows is to bring hope and comfort to those in need and to walk beside them along paths we've already walked. Now, I cannot say that I've walked along your path, but I surely hope that I can bring you out of it, young lad. Oh.
Just rocks back and forth, doesn't say anything, unfortunately.
No.
I love this. It's so good.
It's just Gruff basically talking to himself.
Yeah.
But it's done through no, I'm talking to him. It's fine. Yeah. All right, coming back to our intrepid adventurers.
And also, I won't lie, I'm really glad that didn't work. Because I was like, this could go real bad.
I've got
Got
it.
quite a bit of rope, but I don't think it's enough.
I've got it.
Also,
got
I
it?
don't think we could climb back up, honestly.
Well, I was just saying, if one of you ties all the rope together, then ties it to me, lowers me down, then I cast Mage Hand to bring the rod or the corpse up to me, and then you pull me back up.
I don't know if we have enough rope.
Mage Hand won't be able to pull the corpse. It can only pull up to 5-10 pounds.
Pull
I
the
think.
rod.
The rod, yeah.
You could probably get the little blue rod,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or you tie me to the rope.
That's
And I go-
so much worse.
I go down to within. Hold on. I go within 30 feet. You guys hold on to me and my mass, and then within 30 feet I can animate the rod and it can fly upwards.
It also works.
Why? It could fly around.
Yes. Yeah, but we also then have to hold you on a rope.
Yeah.
How hard can it be?
Hopefully it's
he's
strong.
Rowan.
Just little on me.
He's no Rowan.
Can you make yourself small again? Oh no, that was
I
Magathera
can
that did that.
polymorph myself.
Into,
Whatever you want.
like, a bird?
Can I polymorph and then do?
And you can fly down and
Animate.
get the thing and come back up.
Can't cast spells while you're shape changed. But you could fly down and try and get the rod in your little claws and fly up.
Yeah.
You could turn into a...
little-
Wait, don't you lose intelligence when you polymorph
No.
as well?
If you do it to yourself.
I have to do it to someone
Yeah,
else.
no, if you polymorph, you have the intelligence of the creature, because it's an offensive.
Okay, what's the
thing.
smartest
Polymorph
bird
me!
you can think of?
Polymorph me, I want to be a bird.
No, but we need a smart bird that follows orders.
Like
polymorph yourself into a
crow.
Seren.
A raven.
Ice diver.
Ice diver?
Yes, an ice diver. Saren looks very smart.
Yeah, ice
Or a
divers are
dragon.
intelligent for birds, yeah.
But we want something relatively small and nimble.
We don't want to alert whatever's down there that we're here. This is the problem. If we alert them that we're here, then we're in trouble.
So what if I choose a crow or a raven that's already dark?
Ask them if the creatures will come up here. If
What about an
they know we're
owl?
here?
They have silent flight.
Do they? Oh, that's true.
Do the creatures on the bottom floor have the ability to ascend to the middle floor?
There's no response. How would it know? It's like, no, it has no idea. It just doesn't
Do
respond.
the creatures on the bottom floor have authorization?
Negative.
I don't think they can come up. But maybe they can.
What if they have wings, Xantheus?
All right.
What if they're like Ophelia and they can do the creepy wall thing?
Ophelia,
And they can just go on the ceiling and then come up?
They need our entire heads.
I'm going to turn you into an owl.
Yes!
I need you to
Oh my God,
constantly
no.
think to yourself, I need to go pick up that rod with my beak.
Pick up the rod, my
Pick up the rod with my beak.
up the rod with
And
my
as I polymorph you, hopefully that carries through.
Literally being an owl would be better than being myself right now.
Here we go.
I could be an owl.
You,
An owl will be
just
good.
before you do this, give me 1 second.
Can you
Just give me
ask?
just give me a minute.
Wait, I'm out of 4th level spell slots. I can't do it.
Jesus Christ.
Look for the best.
I think we should blow.
You were
me
about
down.
to be attacked by an owl.
Can you ask, is it safe for us to have a sleep here? This random day?
And hope that Gruff can get to us.
Yeah, until Gruff gets here.
I mean, yeah, that might be something.
Trying to think the right question to ask there. Unless literally anyone else has a question, which I can just relay that.
Are specimens in danger on the middle floor?
Just do this, right?
A bit of a T symbol.
Yes.
Time out.
Yes.
I've heard that.
Can you see this T symbol?
I am aware of your presence.
Oh.
And you can see this the hand gesture I'm making.
I am aware of your presence.
What about this? No, I don't middle finger it.
Podcast listeners, Xantheus has put up 2 middle fingers.
Is Vermilion Orcs and Nine aware of our presence?
Yes.
Are the creatures on the bottom floor aware of our presence?
There's no response.
They don't know. Okay, they're just experiments down there, I imagine.
They're dangerous.
Could we communicate with Vermilion Orcs and Nine?
Permission denied. You motherfucker.
So Vermilion Orcs and Nine
Yes.
is aware of our presence. If it was a concern to them that we are not possessed, I assume security or something would be after us, but they're not.
It's so beautiful that you've said that. It's so... I've been waiting because it's the most perfect timing.
Oh, good.
The voice in Xantheus' head as Rowan is like, well, they would have sent something off to us, wouldn't they? You would hear, test subjects should not be out of their holding cell.
Where are our holding cells?
There's no response.
How do we get back to the holding cells?
There's no response.
Is it us they're talking about? Has something else escaped?
Are we the test subjects?
You hear like a dink, 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 as something from above
The metal guy, the
begins
metal guy.
emerging. You see a creature that is partially crystalline humanoid, like the ones that Xantheus and Ophelia fought before. But this one has metallic spiders-like legs for a lower
Gumdrops.
as it... and you hear, all of you now hear in your minds, you would hear... Subjects should be returned to their holding cell. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
That t-shirt.
Oh my god, at least it didn't come down with an oh yeah.
It only leaves with that.
Yeah.
And it says in your minds.
Let's just. I want to go to the holding cell. That's good resting right there.
I mean, yeah, it could be a...
Until they start chopping your legs off and shoving a tail up there, I know.
I don't want to be a Galloway. What a delightful carnival of things today has
My
been.
god.
You know when you said, my stupid brain, when you were like, oh, the more dangerous, unstable creatures on the lower floor, my brain immediately conjured up a T-Rex with 2 sharks for arms.
Just gonna,
Inspiration.
just gonna make a note there, I think. T-Rex
Oh, yeah.
with
Sharks for arms.
arm
What are the
sharks.
coincidences?
Weird. I was imagining like a sheep with like licorice tongues.
Oh, that sounds lame. That sounds lame.
Lame.
Oh, and it
With that,
This one poos blood.
that, oh, Chris Trott, just the most perfect, like, set up there. Surely it would have sent someone down. Just been waiting. But no, with that, we will wrap up today's episode and we'll see you next time.
damn.
Is
It's vault time.
it's vault time, baby. Here we are in
Molten time.
in the prism. We will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.